Hello, my beautiful warriors of love and light, and welcome to this weekly reading from November 21 to 27. My name is Sabrina, for everyone that's new here. Today is not today. So this week is the end of Scorpio season and the beginning of Sagittarius season. Sagittarius season begins on November 22nd, and on November 23rd we have the new moon in Sagittarius. Now we're coming off an eclipse season that was insane in the membrane, and we're feeling all the feels. And like yesterday I woke up and I was like, wow, I see so much clarity, I feel so amazing. And this morning I woke up completely exhausted, and I'm like, okay, so you know what, I don't question anymore. We just go with the flow at this point in time, because there is massive DNA upgrades happening in your bodies right now. There is activations happening. You are in the whole world, the whole planet is in a process of change. And that's what I want to talk about a lot too, this change as well. But let's continue talking about the Sagittarius new moon. This is a beautiful energy coming in. Sagittarius is that sign of the adventure. They love to travel. They love to experience things. They're your friend that said, let's go, let's get up and go dancing kind of friend, right? There's that always wants to enjoy the moments. Always wants to, is tactile too, it's a fire sign, right? Very outgoing. And it's that kind of feeling that we're entering into, and this is what we need, is this feeling of just dreaming the dream, living the dream kind of thing. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is all about expansion, abundance, luck, and Jupiter is actually playing a role. It's ending its retrograde cycle, and it's moving direct into the final degrees of Pisces. And it's been in Jupiter has been in Pisces since May of 2021, and it has brought us this feeling of expansion when it comes to spirituality, creativity, compassion inside of us. Pisces is all about that. It's about sensitivity as well, right? And also spirituality. So intuition. So we're heading into this beautiful energy in the next few weeks, and then the full moon in Gemini on December 8th will create another massive shift. So enjoy these energies, right? Like I said, if you've been following me, you know that December 21st, 2022 is there is a shift of the planet that's happening, and it's going to affect us January, February, March, all of 2023. Remember, 2023, if you do the math, is 2 plus 2 plus 3 is 7. 7 is Christ consciousness. 7 is that spiritual growth, right? It's the change that's happening. So there's this beautiful energy coming in now. Take advantage of that. But change is constant. So I'm going to tell you a little story, because I had a conversation with someone, a friend of mine, who's like, you're always changing your way you see things, right? You're saying something in one video, and then next 2 videos you say something else. And I was like, yes, because we are in a flux, right? We're in constant, everything is opening up for us. So we are learning. I'm learning every second, every minute. It's oh, okay, because I'm moving into the wisdom that's coming out, right? And at nights I feel things I'm going into dreamland. Not really, right? I'm just going to see my masters and teachers, and they're like, yeah, let's do this, right? It's this you're gaining more clarity, you're gaining more understanding. That's where we're at, and it's normal. And we're moving at such an exponential rate that it's between days. I'm like, oh, that I got clarity on that, right? So I just wanted to tell you this, because you're not alone in this. If you feel like you're wow, man, am I I'm standing in my truth, but am I though? Because I'm changing it all the time. But change is where we need to be, because we are we have been stuck in this lifetime, but in many lifetimes, in an old structure, right? The Piscean age is that follow the rules, follow the structure, follow the authority, follow this, because that's what we created for ourselves, but it's not the way we live, right? We're a free people, right? And this is not a free, even though it feels free to you, but it's not free, because you're always following something, and you're always idolizing someone, and you're always listening to someone else instead of listening to you. We're in the rise of the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius doesn't come until 600 plus years from now, but numbers don't mean anything, because we're going into a quantum, sorry, too much talking. We're going into quantum, so who knows, right? I don't even know. But this is just a beautiful, like a segue into this change, this topic of attachment as well. Like, we cannot change if we continuously hold on to the people in our lives, the label, the identities of things. Like, well, she's been my friend for 20 years. Well, he's been in my life for 40 years. Well, you know, we hold on to these linear concepts, and it's like, it's okay, because you've been here millions of years. So if it's 20, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. And I realize that sometimes when I talk too, I'm like, wow, man, if I had heard myself, maybe, no, I don't think so, but I always believe like this. But if the regular person listens to you, they're like, what the hell is she talking about? Like, I was talking about it with a fellow spiritualist yesterday, and we were like, I know, like, people can listen to you and they're like, where do you come from? But I feel like people are waking up a bit more. It's not waking up, but just becoming more aware. And it's just I'm going to continue speaking the way I speak, because it is what it is, right? It's really something I truly believe. I truly don't believe that death exists. I truly believe that we, the physical body leaves then the soul goes on to another life, like which what we've been doing. Like, I'm just saying an example. And that's the attachment. We hold on to that. We hold on to people that have even died. And why are you holding on to that, right? Why don't hold on to that memory instead of just reaching out to them right here? I feel like the attachment is huge for us right now. And me too. I hold on to memories. I hold on to how I used to be, how I was so successful in my jewelry business, and now I'm here. Like, how I was, but doesn't matter anymore, right? And it doesn't matter what we're going to do in 5 years and what it matters right now. And that's where the universe, your spirit guides, God, however you want to see it, is coming and say, could you just live for the now? And that's the Sagittarius season. They live for the moment. Sagittarius doesn't think too much about it. They're just thinking about today's experience, right? Like I said in Instagram and Facebook, it's like, it's about the journey, not about the destination for Sagittarius. And that's how we are supposed to be, not supposed to be, but that's how it would be a good way to live. Like, creating a brand new experience every single moment. I mean, it's so, it's challenging. I'm not gonna lie to you. For me too, I'm like, because we're like, the programming is real. Right? So, and it's okay. Like, we're all in this together, and that's why I'm here, because I love to hear your stories, and I love to hear. I learned yesterday. I was with someone, and I learned things too. I'm like, oh yeah, like things resonate in my like that's what I'm saying. Like, whatever I'm saying to you, if it's not ringing true in you, then you just let it go, right? But otherwise, if it is, then let it go as well, because everything, all the information, needs to just release. But you can listen, but if you find a way to release it, and whatever it's meant to spark more something inside you, because I know like I always shoot myself in the foot, because I'm always like I don't feel like you need the tarot reader or the all of us, right? But you're here, and it's okay, because I used to do watch tarot readings like incessantly too. But I still watch them, some of them, but you know, and that's what I want to impart with you. It's time to start to listen in, like really listen to that yes, that no, you know. But like I said, it's a journey, and we're all in this together. So I was I don't know, sitting down a few days ago, and I was thinking about how some of us feel like we're walking alone, right? And we are kind of. We're in this process right now where we're needing to clear all this density in our bodies, because we have these light bodies integrating into our system, right? So you are having to clear all that guilt and anger and anxiety and all of it, and it's not like you do it in a day, right? And not in a week. I've had clients say, well, yeah, I'm trying. I'm like, you don't have to try. Like, so hard. It's like we ask too many questions. We want things to happen tomorrow. We want things to happen in a month. It doesn't happen that way in the universe, right? In the quantum way. It happens when it's supposed to happen. So as you move through these uncomfortable situations, these challenging, where you're having to break up with people, where you're having to like distance yourself, where you're having to start fresh, where you know, and it's uncomfortable, then you have to, like, I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I don't get it in an ego way, but I'm trying hard to like listen and just okay and go with it. So anyways, that's like this new moon Sagittarius kind of inspired this talk, because it feels like a fresh start, right? Even though I know that shit's gonna start to roll in December, so but it's okay. Warriors of love and light, I say that all the time. You are a warrior because you're the best of the best that has volunteered on this earth to be able to filter through all these emotions, all this crap, belief systems, the ideologies, these opinions, all of your thing, you just release it from you, and now the world will implode a little bit, and you are the warrior who needs to walk through this as the world is like collapsing around you, as the humanity starts to like wake up and like start to revolt or whatever they do. Your job is to stand in the midst of this. That's the way I see it. I'm standing in the midst of all the chaos, and I'm holding my own because I've gone through this for the past, since 2012. We've been going through this massive release of density, and now like, so this is where you're headed. You're a warrior for a reason, and accept the changes that are coming to you. Accept whatever is happening. Stop asking questions. Stop asking for, but when, how am I gonna make my money? How am I gonna do this? Just like I do this. I said, you know what? I'm reaching out to you because I really feel like I need a steady flow of moolah coming in, right? Finances coming in for the next forever, right? And they're like, that's all you need to do is ask one time. We're gonna take care of you. We're already taking care of you. It's because I ask it after I doubt, because when you doubt, then they send you a lesson, right? And you're like, okay. So then you like have to, like, it's a whole process, right? It's just really trusting yourself and trusting that God, Creator, will always provide. Always, always, always. There's no question, right? And it's like, we have, our mindsets we have to change. It's change. Change is the constant right now. And it's okay, and to get comfortable with the change. All right, I'm gonna end here because I'm already at the 15-minute mark. I talk a lot. Anyways, so I will see you in the readings. Some readings are like intense, I have to say this week. Also, if you're new here, YouTube giveaway, I'm doing a 2023 annual giveaway at the end of December. So if you leave a comment, I accumulate them all from the beginning of November to the end of December, and you have more chances to win. And I might do an Instagram and Facebook one, I'm not sure. I'm just going with the flow. Also, that's it. So if you're in Montreal, I'm doing the pop-up on December 3rd and 4th at 380 de Castelnau, but all the information is going to be in the Facebook, in Facebook and Instagram as well. All right, guys, I love you so much. Have an amazing week. Like, embrace these energies, because it's been a while that we've needed a little bit of like peace, right, of mind. So enjoy it. I love you. I'll see you in your readings. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aries. We got by the book, but in reverse. So by the book is pretty clear, right? It's like the little elephant following the elephant, following the herd, you know, being like a follower instead of the leader, kind of thing, like following what feels easier in your life, what is comfortable, following within the box, within what you know, kind of thing. But in reverse, is that how it showed up, is like stepping out of that. It's time to try something new. I feel like this is more like I feel like this is like universe or your spirit guides or yourself, your higher self, coming in and saying, okay, you've done that road before. Why are we continuing the same road that you've been on? Why are you not making a change, Aries? Why do you keep holding on to the same thing? Because it works, Sabrina. It works. Well, have you tried something else? And have you seen how that worked for you? Because things might work in a flat kind of way, but perhaps there's something else. That's what I feel. I feel like there's something else for you, and you're being asked to make that move, kind of. So we're going to do past, present, challenge, future, root, what's coming, advice is a different card, and I'm giving you a new moon card as well. In the past energy, we have the Wheel of Fortune. In the present, we have the Page of Water. Interesting. The Wheel of Fortune is like destiny, right? It's luck, abundance. This is the past. So in the past, there could be like, which is interesting, this by the book. So in your past, you maybe had a very successful business. Maybe you've had a successful relationship. Maybe you've like always found things to run smoothly in your life. Maybe not all your life, but maybe in a recent past, things have started to look up for you. Maybe there was, or your past, interesting. Your past could be, whether it was not good or whether it was bad, it was part of your destiny. Okay. So even if you had loss, you had tragedy, you had trauma, you had wounding, you had a lot of, it was part of the journey that you're on. Like the Wheel of Fortune is karma. So that's the past. The 10 is a 1, so it's a new beginning. It's kind of a feeling to me, because I go into the present and you're at the Page of Cups, which is a new relationship, a new sense of love, new self-love, a new way to love others, a new way of compassion. But your challenge is the Ace of Cups, which is exactly the same idea. There could be maybe 1 or 2 of you out there that are trying to have children and it's not happening, and you've been trying and trying and trying. But there's also this feeling of people out there that have, you were supposed to be in that bad relationship. You were supposed to be deal with that loss, with that grief in the heartache. You were supposed to feel that trauma, like go through that wounding. And people are like, why do I have to because it's part of this process, part of the journey. How else do you wake up? How else do you start to see clearly? Because if you live a life of like, everything is just great, everything is fine, then that's how you live your life, right? And it's like you're not really tapping into your awareness. And that is what's happening here. What a beautiful. Here you have both, like, full of love here. This is also could be naivety and innocence. Like you're at that place in your life right now, and you're distrusting new love from coming in. You're distrusting love in general. You're afraid of new. This could also be children, by the way. So it could, if you have children, then you are might be having an altercation with one of your children. Like maybe there's a disconnect with them. But I feel like there is there's a disconnect in relationships, whether it's family, friends, or partnerships, and you're like wanting to move into something new, but you're holding on. Like if you listen to my intro, I talk about attachment a lot. You're holding on to something. You're even holding on to grief, and you're holding on to this past energy, that these traumas, instead of releasing them. So at the root of it is the Ten of Swords energy, which is exactly that. It's interesting. It's grief, anxiety, stress, heartbreak, manipulation, envy, jealousy. It's all this, like, you being stabbed in the back, someone that's cheated on you, someone who has lied to you, someone who has betrayed you, and you've kept this on you. You keep holding on to these people. This is like attachments. I love this reading. This is like this feeling of like you've held on to other people's shit, if I should say so clearly. Like you allowed others to dump on you, and now you're having a hard time moving into self-love, self-care, because you've like almost allowed others to attach to you, to hold on to Aries, because the Aries is the strong one. Aries is the leader. Aries can handle this. It's like, no, man, it's time for self-love. It's time to move away from that which is keeping you down, and you be okay, like, and put your past away and say, okay, I know I needed to do this. I'm not going to live in there anymore. I'm not going to live in those past energy anymore. Why do I need to live there? What is it doing for me right now? It's just making me feel more angry, make me feel like this. And it's okay to feel the anger. Like I always say, it's okay to release this anger, but you have to release it, not just fester. So there is a big change for you here, Aries. A move towards another way of loving yourself, and however that manifests for you and how it materializes in your life, or another way to love, to find that bond with your children, another way to find that bond with the people in your life. But I almost feel like you're being asked to go into something new, like take on a new path, like away from this, like, well, this is what it is because I've been with this person for this long. I've like, I am the mother, I am the father of this child, I am, like, well, this is the labels, like, this is what it is, so I need to stay. But not because you're doing it from a heart level, you're doing it from a head level. And the Ace and the Page of Cups is all about heart. And this is all about mind. This is Gemini energy, right? It's all here. So what's coming is the Page of Wands. which is beautiful. So those of you who are having a little bit of a disconnect with your children, this is like a newfound connection with them that's coming in. But this is like gorgeous because it's like a new project, a new lease on life. Like the Page of Wands is Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. It's you. But since we're moving into the Sagittarius new moon and we're moving into Sagittarius season, this feels like that. Like if you listen to my intro, I say like Sagittarius loves the journey, not wants the journey, not the destination. So this is what this is. This is that feeling of start to experience new things, bring in new hobbies, new experiences. Like enough with the routine life. Like I know someone who's very routine as an Aries, and it's like, what the frick? Like, make a change, like step outside of the ordinary, do something different just every single day, instead of always think. When you stay in the same, then that's like your life stays monotone, and your soul is bored. Your soul is like, you are so much more than this. But here I feel like something is new coming for you. Definitely some of you guys are being asked to make that change in your life. If you're feeling wounded, if you're always feeling sad, if you're always feeling like confused, if you're always feeling down, then it's time to look at where it is that you're feeling down. Is it in a relationship? Is it in your job? Is it in your path? Is it in your just self? Then it's time to make a change. Maybe this year, if you're living in a cold country, go skating. If you're living in a warm country, go scuba diving. Like, do something different. This is where I feel like this is coming up. With your kids, with your friends, with like with a social, like even with people. The Page of Wands is very dynamic energy. And the future, wow, I love it when I don't know what it is. It's the Fool card. The Fool is, oh my God, the Fool is the beginning of the journey. Oh my God, I love it. And the world is the destination. But this is the idea here. You're being asked to take that jump, take that risk, just go for it. There is like a feeling here of stagnancy, a feeling here of holding on to your wheel of fortune, holding on. Well, this is what someone told me, that this is what's going to happen. No, nobody can tell you what's going to happen. I can tell you what's going to happen in the next energies, but not like the future, right? Anyways, I'm not going to go there. I was going to talk about like the future. We've come back from the future, and so yes, we're living every day. We're reliving a life that we've lived. But now that's why Spirit is coming in and saying, come on, we need new, because you've already lived this life. It's time to make a change. So Aries, it's time to release yourself from the shoulds, coulds, the obligations. It's time to release yourself from what everyone else is going to think. It's time to release yourself from everyone else who's fucking vampiring the energy from you. It's time to release yourself from all of this and move into something that is inside of you that you always wanted to do. It's time to move on that. I love it. Love this. And your advice card, wow, this is something else. Oh, I love this. Follow the path of your soul. Do not allow anyone or anything to stop you. Like, come on, people in the house. Like, what is this? This is like meant to be here. This is like, just go. You have Spirit on your side. It's time to jump into whatever it is that I feel like some of you are holding back a little bit because it's just easier to go by the book, but it's not. Just do that different thing. Just listen. Listen, ask the question. Listen, do I do this? Yes, go. This is saying yes, yes, and yes to whatever the question is. Because I feel like you are just holding on to something that is meh. Like, it's just there. and it's just there to distract you, and it's just there to with part of your karma perhaps, and it's just not where you need to be. What a wow reading. Even though you might not think so, but I really think it is, because there is some little bit of decisions that are on your part to make. There's a little bit of change of path for you, change of journey. And your new moon in Sagittarius is be real. It's time to do what it is you want. It's time to stop following the rules. It's time to stop following what everyone else around you is telling you. Stop listening to people anyways. Except for me, of course. But stop listening to people. I'm kidding. And just whatever you're just feeling in your heart, go with that. I really feel like there's like a little bit of a push coming your way, if it hasn't already started. All right, Aries, I love you. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also, if you didn't listen to the intro, I'm doing an annual 2023 giveaway, so leave your comments below. You'll be entered into it automatically. All right, I love you, and happy new moon. And new moon is Sagittarius, it's fire sign, so that affects you. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, will be feeling this, which is amazing because this new moon is fully energetic. So enjoy it. I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Taurus. Yes, milk and honey. I mean, when I saw this card, I was like, yo, I love it. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 is like perfect harmony. Like, we're in the 2022 is a 6th year as well. So this is a good omen. There's a beautiful rainbow. There's like the divine up here. Oh, I didn't understand what this was. Now I get it. It's an elephant like bathing in the milk and the honey. Okay. Okay. Elephants are good luck. Honey, milk, often found in the Bible and other religions like Hinduism, everywhere, right? The Jewish religion, it's very much about abundance, prosperity coming in, nourishment to the soul. It's about like the sweet gifts of God kind of thing. It's also honey, like I said, in Instagram and Facebook. It's also about immortality, which is what I believe that we are heading towards. So this is just a beautiful card of things are starting to set into place for you, Taurus. It's been a rough few years. We've been high and low, and now it's just things are starting to make more sense. You're moving on to, like, maybe some of you have gotten new jobs, some of you are prospering in your business projects, maybe you don't have to be working, right? It could be just love coming in, a change in a relationship, a change in the way you see things. I just feel like this is spot on. I love it. So let's see what's going on in your past. We have the Page of Wands, which is beautiful because it's Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. So that is, we are in that season. And in the present, we have the Four of Wands, which is Aries. The Four of Wands is beautiful. Okay, let's see what's going on. Future. We have advice, and we also have a new moon message. So with the Page of Wands and the Four of Wands as the past and the present, this speaks of, could be children with the page, could be like you have a good relationship with your kids and that they inspire you. But because I see the Four of Wands, it feels like it could be some of you, maybe your children or your niece and nephew, people younger than you are getting married this year or next year. There's just a feeling of a jovial feeling, like a coming together, like a unification feeling here. There's also Page of Wands is also like a Fool card to me. It's like you've been trying so many different things, you've been trying so many different projects, you've been moving, like trying with business, trying to do things, trying to get a new job, newness feels here. You've been trying to work at your relationship, you're trying to work at something, like you're doing something, or you're on this path and it's like everything's opening up for you. It's like you're seeing your purpose, your mission. Things are just like feeling very freeing to me, creative. And in the present moment, you're feeling at your best. You're feeling good. For the Four of Wands is success, accomplishments, like wedding too, right? It's marriage, but it's also a feeling of stability. Aries energy, it's like an emperor energy, like things are starting to ground themselves. But let's see what the challenge is. So, the challenge is the Page of Swords, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So that's interesting. Could be kids as well, if an air sign child in your life, or it doesn't have to be. But it also could be, it's interesting here, because the Page of Swords is also communication. Like there could be a disconnect with someone in your life, in your business, in your relationship, even though you're feeling really good about it, but there's like a miscommunication that's affecting you at this moment in time. A delay. There could be a delay. Maybe you're a delay in a business project, a delay, like you wanted to publish a book, like me, but it's I am in a delay, so this works out perfectly. Like it's some of you, like finances, there's just a little bit of a setback. Like it's not like finances, I don't, because it's written to me, but it feels more like mind, something like maybe you have a little blockage with new ideas, even though like you're in it, but maybe like right now you're feeling a bit overwhelmed. Like there's also this like vortex that she's in. Maybe you're overwhelmed with ideas, overwhelmed with like questions. Let's see what at the root of this. Eight of Wands is work or school. Some of you, if you're in school, this could be, or you're taking courses, this could also be like a little setback. Maybe it's holding you back from working on something else. You could be like having a blockage as well when it comes to school, studies, work. So work is the root of this. So it makes sense. So I mean, it makes sense for Taurus, because Taurus bulls are very much we're kind of workaholics, but we're not workaholic like Capricorn is. We're more we're dedicated to our work, and we put a lot of energy into it. We work hard, but we're also like entrepreneurs. We love creative projects. We love to dip into things like this. And here there's a little bit of a maybe you have maybe it's time to tone down all these ideas that you have. Maybe it's time to hone in and focus on one thing at a time, kind of thing. Maybe that's what I'm feeling, because I feel like the Page of Swords is this feeling of a lot of thinking, too much thinking of how am I going to make money, what am I going to do. I mean, Taurus cares about money, right? Like finances and stability and security. How am I going to be secure for my family? And there's this feeling like let me see what's coming. The Four of Pentacles is coming, which is money and abundance. And it's like also the four, she's holding on tightly to her money. Stop holding on so tight. Stop being so like materialistic or greedy or whatever. Like just let it go. Like trust that provider is providing for you. That's what I'm seeing here. Like I feel like you guys are in a good, all of you are in a good place right now. And yet you're still like worrying about money. You're still worrying about, well, how am I going to pay my mortgage, my rent, my this. Like it's like consuming you. And yet you have the milk and honey saying, hey, abundance is yours. And the Four of Pentacles, which is like, yes, money is yours if you just let go of these hang-ups you have on it, like the distrust that God will provide you, or creator, or source, or the universe, however you want to see it. It's interesting because we got 4 and 4 and page and page. Page is like new and 4 is foundation, firm foundation. And we have 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. So there's this beautiful synchronicity of numbers happening here for you. Like it's almost, let's see what the future is. The 3 of Earth, the 3 of Pentacles. Which is interesting. Like what's coming for you is the 4 of Pentacles, which is stability. Financial stability, as long as you don't hold on to it. Like stop holding on to the hows and the whys and the whens. Like that's the Page of Swords to me for you. The overthinking. How am I going to get this money? How am I going to publish this book? When am I going to do this? How am I going to get this job? Is this job, you know, like we've asked so many questions. And they're like, wow, man, why are you asking us these questions, man? I always hear them. They're like, stop asking questions and just allow things to happen. And the 3 of Earth is that. It's like, it's this working together with others, working in community, working with your spirit guides, working with spirits in general. Just being more trustworthy of the process. Because what I see here is that it's actually being handed to you. It's like being delivered to you, and you're like, no, because I need to know how you're going to deliver it to me. I need to know when it's going to come because I have bills to pay. And it's like, no, that's not the way it works. That's the feeling I'm getting here. And it's yours to accept, and it's yours to receive, Taurus. But your goal, or the objective of this reading, is for you to release all notions or answers. Not answers, but questions, right? Release them all. Like, it's not necessary to know how the money will come, but it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Like, I see it. It's here. Some of you, if you're getting married, I just got a message. There might be a little delay in it, but not to fret. I don't know why I got that. So that's obviously whoever's getting married. There's just like a booking, maybe like 2 people booked, or maybe there's something like that that's happening here. But it feels like it's coming towards you. Also getting a message like some of you not to travel too much, like maybe save some of the money that you're thinking of, like going across the ocean. Things are starting to move for you though. There's this like a soul family coming in, but more than that, even work projects, like different projects coming in that will surprise you, like from other people other than who you think. So let's see your advice. A partnership for the new age. It's time to welcome it. So that looks like love. But to me, I feel like since it's all about work, it's perhaps not like a partnership for the new age means a lot. Like obviously, it could be if you're single, you got a new partnership coming in, like yay. But even if you're in a current relationship, maybe it's different, a different way to be together. This to me also business or studies or whatever. Like the 3 of Earth, there's something like. We're going to start working differently than we used to work. We're going to start making money differently than we used to, right? So now it's time to keep your mind open to that. Keep your mind open to these different, like I almost feel like I had this session with someone yesterday, and it's like we keep going back to the past, and this is how they used to do things. 300 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, look at my competition, I need to follow what they're doing. No, that's where we're not supposed to be. We're supposed to be trying something new. So if something comes across you and you're like, oh, that's different, go for it. Because this is how the abundance follows. Because you're like following the path of your soul. So this is a powerful reading. And your new moon reading is attuned to the divine. So let's get connected to the soul, your Merkaba, your higher self is here, and they're trying to connect with you to get you outside of that little comfort zone kind of thing. And if there are some setbacks when it comes to dates and deadlines, or there's too much overthinking on your part, let it be. Let it go. Let it flow. Like, it's time that we start to allow things to flow through us and not get so hung up on dates and I need to do this, I need to pay this, I need to do this. Things will start to flow in. I feel like there's like definitely like a newness coming in. It's so interesting. It's a 30, so it's a 3, and this is the 3. 3 is about collaborating. 3, 6, 9 is the sacred geometry. So things are attuning to the divine. Things are falling into place for you, Taurus. Stop thinking so much about it. Let it go. All right. That is your message. Beautiful one for this week. Happy new moon. Also check your rising and your moon for other messages. And like I said in the intro, YouTube giveaway annual 2023 reading. Just drop your comments below. You'll be entered automatically. All right. So I love you, and I will see you next week. Have a great one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Gemini. We got To the Sea. So on Instagram and Facebook, I was like, yo, man, what is this? I felt like it looked like a bathtub, but then I looked closer, and it does look like a paper boat. Being a paper boat in the water, it's a little bit volatile to me, but being a boat in the water, and it's a beautiful ferry, feels luxuriating and calming to me. So it's as we see it. For me, when I see the placid waters, I feel like you've entered into maybe a more calm part of your life. Although let's look at your cards, because maybe not so much. This is like going with the flow. So ask yourself if there's like an ebb, and is there an ebb? Like, is there like a resistance in your relationships, or in your work life, or in your family life, in your friends, wherever in your life? Am I flowing, or am I not? But To the Sea also, I forgot to mention that on Instagram. To me, it feels like maybe some of you are gonna go traveling in the next like holiday season. So this is really beautiful to me. All right. So let's look. We got in the past the 8 of Earth, which is the 8 of Pentacles, which is usually work related, but here it's growth, stability. So things are looking up to me for you. In the past, the 9 of Swords is Gemini energy, but the 9 of Swords is this like constant overthinking, anxiety, stress. So maybe some of you are in that paper boat on the sea. Let's see. I have advice coming in from a different card, and I also have a new moon card. So interesting. Let's like open this up right away. I'm going to open up this. So this is a past energy, the 8 of Earth. And then in the present energy, we have the 9 of Swords, which is this energy of angst. And in your, the root of the problem is the 6 of Cups, which is childhood. Your childhood or nostalgia, something in the past. And then your challenge is the Queen of Wands. So I have to bring this up like this because to me, the Queen of Wands speaks to me of a mother energy, a woman, someone in your life, a mentor, someone in your life. It could be a boss, it could be someone older than you that is maybe the cause of this angst in your life. This person could be overseas, could be like in another country. Let's see what's going on here. And I almost feel like it's someone from your past. That's why I say it could be a mother energy for some of you, that it's directly affecting. It could be a sister, it could be an aunt, whatever, a family member. Could also be you. The challenge is you, man or female, that you are trying to start fresh in your life. Is trying to go with the flow. You're trying to do something, and yet there's something nagging at you, Gemini, that you're trying to bury it away, but it's just not working. And a lot of you, it has to do with work, your career, job. It could be a partnership that you have, because there's two people here, two people on this violin. So it could also be a relationship that you've like that was once like musical, melodic, and it was full of growth, but now you feel like, I feel like it's more of a business for some reason, but it could be a relationship. And I feel like it's like when I look at the 9 of air and the 6 of cups with this, there isn't like definitely someone in your life that's causing you some angst, that's causing you to go back to your childhood, and all these like wounds and traumas are coming up for you. Could be a relationship that you worked on a lot, and still you find yourself at a standstill, at a like here the 9 of swords in this deck. She's like freeing herself from all this angst around her, yet she's not completely free because they're all around her, right? So there's just a feeling here of you wanting to set yourself free, wanting to get on that boat and go, but something is holding you back from it. I don't think it's a something. For me, it's a someone. So like I said, it could be someone older than you. It's female, could be masculine, but it could be an Aries, a Leo, Sagittarius. This is Aries. This could be yourself, holding yourself back from moving into this next step because of something that happened to you as a child. I mean, there's some really serious, like when I look at this, could be like abuse of sorts, physical, emotional, mental even, that's coming up for you. So there's a lot of like buried trauma that perhaps is coming up for you, and you're like trying your hardest to be the light of the life and the light of the world and of your relation, of your family and whatever, and it's a bit, and hence this. So this is like emotions, water. And as placid as it is, and as tranquil as it is, you're still in a paper boat that will like submerge at any time. So that is an interesting feeling here. Oh, what's coming up for you? What's coming up for you is like new love and new romance. And I feel like it's really pertinent here. It could be like you could be in a relationship. It could be like a new lease, like a new road path in your relationship. But even if you're not looking for love, it could also just be a new way of loving yourself through this these traumas coming up. I truly feel like some of you are going through some heavy buried like wounds that could stem from a mother figure or someone else, like a maternal or female. And it's not something like it's not something like just blindsided you. It's really something from, it's been festering for a while. The 6 of Cups. But what this beautiful card is, what's coming is that maybe you'll find a new way to love this person. Maybe you'll find a way to love yourself through this. It's a self-healing, and maybe you're gonna find a way to forgive and release. But this also could be like, if we're taking it literally, it could be like a new romance coming in, that's a partner coming in that's gonna actually help you through this. Knight of Cups is a Pisces energy. You like have all the, you have 8 of Earth, you have Earth air, fire, cups. You have all the elements here. That's that feeling here. That's a lot is going on in your life here. You're feeling all the feels. The future is a 7 of Cups. Another water sign. This is Scorpio energy. It feels to me like, see, like the 7 of Cups is choices, like a lot of choices coming up for you. What do you do with this relationship? What do you do with this friendship? What do you do with this, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your aunt, whatever? What do you do with this job, this career, this study, this partnership, this whatever? I just feel like you have, there's a lot coming up for you. And it's interesting that you, like, if you look at the past and the present and in the future, if you look at the common denominator in this, it's all like ideas, things, situations, emotions, you know, feelings, choices. Like, so there's a lot going on for you, Gemini, which is it's normal because you like to think a lot, right? You're a thinker. So you're always like, always like submerging yourself in so much emotion, so much thought, that it's time to allow perhaps someone to come in to relieve you of that, someone to come in to show you that love, or yourself to do that to yourself, kind of thing. I just feel like, yes, there is someone in your way of the decisions, of the next step. And it's time to forgive. It's like a forgiveness here. It's a time to move into the next step for you. Pisces, Jupiter's moving into Pisces on the 23rd of September. That's like expansion into this love, into this compassion, into this sensitivity. Like I feel like you will feel some of this and full moon in Gemini is happening on December 8th, which is massive shift in humanity, and it's in your sign. So I really feel like this is showing up for you to start filtering through and working through your buried emotions and wounds. So your advice is, beautiful advice. Have courage. Awaken the warrior of light within you. Boom. Right, I love it. If you didn't listen to my intro, I talk a lot about how we are the warriors of love and light, which I say all the time at the beginning. It's because we are that. We are to walk through the density. And Gemini, you're being asked to walk through all of your traumas, all of your decisions, all of your choices. It's not daunting, right? It's like one at a time, but they're coming at you and you're feeling it. So it's like almost time to get to work. And I would say, like, maybe reach out to this, but this is your challenge. So for me, that person here is kind of creating an obstacle in your life, setting you back from not making these path choices. So have courage, my beautiful Gemini. Let's see what the moon has in store for you. Talk less, feel more. Hilarious, man. No, feel less. No, feeling more is not good. Talk less, which is kind of interesting because Gemini, you're always talking, right? Communication sign. Perhaps talk less to less people about your problems or your issues, and go inside and forgive yourself. Feel more, right? Gemini tends to be a bit surface when it comes to their emotions because it's easier just to I talked about it, but did you actually work with it deep inside? So get out of that paper boat and swim. Go dive into the water. because you got some work to do, my beautiful Geminis. Join us all on this journey. All right. I hope this helped you. I know it's like every week it's like it's a general reading, so I can't really pinpoint every single person. You can always book a reading with me for personal, but otherwise it's what I'm feeling right now. So you can always check your rising and your moon for other messages, and also if you leave a comment below, you will be entered automatically into the 2023 annual giveaway at the end of the year. All right, I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Cancer. We got deep knowing with the owl on top of the moon under another moon. I guess it's the stars in the sky, but it's so beautiful. The owl is our intuitive bird. You know, he flies and he comes out in the night. He sees in the night. He sees through the dark, right? So this is you having perhaps there is some dark, which I don't like to use as negative, but perhaps there's something that you're not seeing clearly as in the light of day. Perhaps there's something that you are burying and you're not wanting to look at, and it's like your knowing, which is your soul, knows what it is, right? So stop negating it. There's also a feeling here of just tapping into that intuition of yours. I feel like you're getting a lot of messages and you're not listening to them. You're not trusting yourself. You're trusting in the knowing, which is the high priestess in the tarot. It's like she just knows that things are going to happen or not. Like, it's not even about what's going to happen anymore, because if we come from the future, we're already living the life that we've already lived, right? So we already know what's going to happen in the future. But we don't want to live that life. So we want to live a different life. So it's about changing it up and listening into the soul and saying, today, what is it that I need to know? Today, what is it I need to know about this person in my life, about this situation, about this purchase that I need to make? You know, this is how if we start to live like that, it changes everything. So let's see what's going on with you. In your past, you have the 5 of Cups energy, which is seeing the glass half empty, half full, however you want to see it. The present is the Emperor card, which is an Aries energy. Your challenge, the root, the future, the advice, and the new moon advice. So, what do we have? Interesting. So, the 5 of Cups energy in the past is this feeling of not trusting yourself, seeing things like, I don't believe in that, and just when being on this journey, we're living in like a completely new energy, right? That is foreign to most of us, to all of us, actually. So the 5 of Cups energy is like you not wanting to, I believe in this, and this is what I'm sticking to. That's what I know. That's what like. But is it really like? Is it something that you really know in your heart? Or it's something that your mind is saying, yeah, this is it. This is part of the programming. It's what it is. That's the 5 of Cups to me. It's like you're just following the path of the mind. The mind says it's okay, then you do it. There's that feeling, because when I see the Emperor show up, and that's strict, that's rules, that's regulations, it's also loyalty, and the Emperor, like we have this bad image of the Emperor. It's a controlling, which it is. It's a controlling energy. It's like my way or the highway. It's like, I am the Emperor of the land. You follow my rules, kind of thing, right? The Emperor is also a loyal man. He's also faithful. He's also loving when he wants to be. But sometimes his roar can be louder than his bite, right? What is that? Bark is louder than the bite, kind of thing. So for me, I feel like maybe some of you have an Emperor in your life. Maybe some of you are in this, like, I'm trying to control your life with these beliefs and these ideologies, and like, this is what I feel, this is what I am, I'm not changing, kind of thing. And this deep knowing is coming in and like, no, Those are all programming. Those are all things like mind. Your mind is telling you that you shouldn't take this job. Your mind is telling you that you should go down this path. Your mind is telling you that this is good. Everything is mind. And your challenge is the King of Cups, which is not mind, which is heart. And I kind of like this for you. And you know, you're very you're a cup sign. It's all about love and sensitivity. And yet I feel that some of you are a bit rigid right now. Some of you are holding on to something. You're trying to find order in your life. You're choosing to live in a little structured life because the deep knowing is scary to you. It's living by knowing means that you don't follow the rules, right, of the hierarchy, of the patriarchy, of the matriarchy, whatever it is. You don't follow you're walking your own path. And I feel like some of you might be fearful of this. Maybe you have controlling bosses, maybe you have controlling parents, father, mother, whatever. There's like a feeling of that you're not truly living by your heart. There could also be someone that has like pushed away love because your ideas of a man or a woman in your life is like financial independence. It has to be a certain way, like very you're very minded of what it is you want, kind of thing. I feel almost restricted here, Cancer, about you. And then this King of Cups coming in, and no, love and light, or whatever it is, or I'm like free, and you're like, no, this is what I believe, and this is what, that's the kind of feeling I'm feeling as well. But also there is a part of you that is living in fear, or living in doubt of who you are. And at the root of it is the Ten of Pentacles. So the root of it is your family. So your family's values, your family ideologies, your family, this is what my family did, this is what my family believes, this is what I come from, a happy family, and this is what it is. And I have to like control my finances. I have to do this. I have to. The have to is mind. Right? The knowing is I know. I just know. The King of Cups is like, you just know because that's what it is. And it might not coincide with the Emperor in your life, and it might not coincide with the Ten of Pentacles, which is also a Virgo, which is an earth sign. It might not like coincide with this, but you're being pushed into something greater, Cancer, and you have a lot of resistance. Some of you, I just got a flash, some of you might think it's wishy-washy, right? That I can't just be following my heart, like there's the mind is there for a reason. I just got that thing, like I gotta put my money on the table, I gotta put this, and but you don't, like, everything, if you believe that there is a higher energy and a higher power, then you know that they will provide for you. That's that feeling. And you're just holding on, like you're attaching to the family. You're attaching to what was, how I used to do things, or how my mother, my father, my grandparents do this, and that's why it's the right way. But if you're on this journey, you know that they're not really your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, right? Because last lifetime they could have been your friend, or they could have been your killer, right? Like, it's all like you're here on this journey, and these are all just people in your life showing lessons to you. That's the attachment. Again, if you didn't listen to the intro, I talk about attachment. We're holding on to something that isn't real, even though it feels real, but it isn't. So what's coming for you is the Seven of Pentacles, which is interesting. It's Taurus energy. You have like Aries, Virgo, like Taurus, these very powerful energies. And the Seven of Pentacles is like letting go, like it's growth. It's it almost feels like we're here asking you to release your the control in your mind, the ego, and allow the soul to come in with your knowing and let it grow. Let, like, it's a step-by-step process, right? Some of you are controlling your finances, your family, your homes. You're like, I'm not going to specify, because here I feel like it's a lot to do with ancestral lineage stuff, like your family. This is what we did, this is how we live, and this is how I follow. And the Seven of Pentacles is like, maybe it's time to plant a new seed. It's time, like, this is a patience card, right? It's growing slowly. It's time to plant a new seed and do something different, but do it from your heart. Do it from the King of Cups energy. And that's a way of you releasing yourself from these heavy emotions of anxiety, of stress, of all this that's like weighing heavily on you. Because you're following the rules of the land, or you're following the rules of someone else in your life. You're following, like, it feels very family to me. It feels like they, like an imposition of the way they do things to like, for you to follow. And you, maybe some of you are like, I don't follow my family, and then you're like, oh, maybe I do, kind of thing. That's that feeling here. A lot to do with money. Could be a lot with money. And this is the King of Cups. It's like, it's almost like the divine showing up and saying, I'm providing for you everything that you want in your life, but you need to trust me. So what's coming for you is the Sun. Freaking amazing. Which is a 9, it's 19, so it's a 10, right? Which is a Wheel of Fortune, which is a 1, which is a new beginning, right? So what are we talking about here? This is like, you're in a process of, this is just advice coming to you, and you don't have to take it, you know, like, just shut this down. Like, I'm just saying, there's like, some of you are needing to really pay attention to these people in your lives that are unintentionally or intentionally trying to control your life, kind of control the way you speak, the way you say things. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be authorities that have no authority over you in the long run, in the now run. Right? Has no authority, because you are the power of the planet. And when you start to believe that, then you start to plant your seeds, and things start to grow. And for me, I see like validation coming in for you, reward. The Sun is showing up. So the Sun is our, is the power, right? It's like the warmth of the Sun. There's just like a feeling. Let's see what the advice is, so I can. Wow. A message is trying to reach you. Be vigilant. The spirit world wishes to find and touch you. So, like, there's almost, to me, this feeling of things are ready to come in for you, but you're having to let go of the clutches of all these narratives out here, the belief systems that you carry so strongly in your heart, that ask yourself why. Like, a belief system is an old energy. It keeps you, there's nothing new in a belief system. It keeps you in a box. I believe this. Why do you believe this? Like, being on this journey is to be open to everything and to whatever's coming in, as crazy as it feels. So here I feel like you're moving into something new. Some of you could be walking into a new job, a new raise, a new promotion if it's a job, a new way of seeing things. Like, the spirit is coming in to give you messages. Be open to that. Be open to possibilities. Step into your knowing. And the new moon, is leave the past behind. Leave what you knew, because that's not knowing. That's mind. Knowing is just in the now moment. living in the present moment, not holding on to, well, I didn't like Christmas I don't like Christmas. Well, maybe you can like Christmas now, kind of thing. I'm talking to one person out there. I'm like, I don't do this, I don't do that. But that was yesterday. What about today? Today you do something different. Change it up. And that's how it works. And the knowing will like click in. We're stuck in the ways. So leaving a past behind, leaving all these people's ways, like ideologies that they have imposed on you, is not you who you are, Cancer. So it's time to step into that knowing. It's time to plant your own seeds and to watch things grow. Be patient. Trust the process. All right, my beautiful Cancer, I love you, and I'll check you. And check the rising and the moon, yes, in your other signs. And also leave a comment below, because I'll enter you automatically into the annual 2023 giveaway. Also, if you want to book a session with me, my December is open. So not fully open, but it is open. So please message me and I will get back to you. I'll also do a Akashic Records reading. All right, I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Leo. We got Imagine. I'm trying to look for a number and I can't see a number, but whatever. I really literally don't see a number. Anyways, oh, it's 20. It's right there in front of me. Okay. Wow, man. Okay, so imagine all the people. I said I wasn't going to sing on Instagram, but I'm singing on YouTube. Bear with it. Imagine is, I'm like excited to see this card, because imagination is where we need to be on this spiritual path. Imagination is creating new. Imagination is us taking that role back of the creator and saying, okay, let my imagination loose. How do I imagine my life right now? And boom, like that's where manifestation happens, in imagination. All our lives we've been told, oh, stop daydreaming, you're gonna get a detention, stop doing that, blah, blah, blah. And it's really where we need to be, because in those daydreams you are actually living, you were in your parallel lives, or you were actually seeing what was coming for you, right? Now, I talk this very often to people, that we are from the future and we come back and we're reliving the same life that we did, but we annihilated the earth in the future. So why not change it up now? Why not use the imagination that you have and change it up? So you need a change in your job setting. What are you doing? Make those changes in your imagination first and watch how things, it's not only imagining things, like it's imagining with belief. I don't know, belief keeps it very closed in. It's imagining with like trust that what you do imagine will come to fruition. So imagine, I feel like some of you are being asked to be more creative, creativity doesn't require money. Creativity could be, find a creative way to do things without the finances, right? But just open yourselves up, Leo, to the possibilities. That's what this is. Beautiful. We are in this era right now of imagination. We need to create new every day. Like I wrote a post on Instagram, challenge yourself every day to come up with something new. Like a change of routine. And everyone's like, what? That's so daunting. I'm like, no, man, just change the brand of your tea, right? Go to a different cafe for your coffee. That's one little change a day. Change the way where you sleep for your nap, or meditate or whatever. So that's what I'm talking about, people. In your past, we have the 6 of Wands, which is victory, success, accomplishment, this feeling of flying high. So you guys are feeling great, or you have in the past. And in the present, you have the Queen of Cups, which is love, and like full of love, romance. Maybe some of you are healers, or some of you are helping others on a one-to-one kind of, or maybe in a group setting, but from the heart. That's what it feels like. Your challenge is the Two of Pentacles. Okay. And the root is the King of Swords. So when I look at these cards, the Six of Fire, Six of Wands, the Leo energy, and it's Leo energy. I told you about it, like it's you. Okay, so the Six of Wands, this is like a sense of accomplishment. Maybe some of you have started to bring that into your life. You know, it's been a tough one for you, Leo, but there's this feeling of you setting sail, like you're maybe you've always wanted to have a healing business. Maybe you've always wanted to get healed, right? And now you have set your sights on that. Maybe you are maybe this is a mother energy. Could be a mother energy as well. There's like this feeling of you bonding with the mother, maybe or a female mentor in your life, a female in your life, someone older than usually with the Queen. There's almost a feeling of tranquility here, calm, peace of mind, serenity here for me. With the Imagine card, it's like this is exactly that fire sign in the water. This is like creativity. Maybe some of you have started to feel more creative and started to jot down notes about something. That's where you need to be right now, and it's a beautiful feeling. But what's interesting to me is the Two of Pentacles showing up. It's like you're juggling. You're not sure where to put your attention. You're not sure how to, because interesting. Okay, the King of Swords is at the root of it. The King of Swords is very methodical, practical. Very he's regimented, but not in a dry kind of way. He's not at all this structure kind of guy. He's more a rule breaker, a rebel kind of thing, but also very smart. This could be a lawyer, a judge, a cop, a doctor as well. There's like he's educated, I guess, but very wise. Educated but wise. Okay, let's not get into that. Okay, and there's the Queen of Water, who's like totally opposite of this energy. She's like a healer, romantic, very intuitive, very open, very family, very, not that they're not, that he's not family or anything, but he's more like I think, do you understand what I'm saying? Very, and the Queen of Cups is more open. So this is at the root of it. So there's a part of you that is fearful of this Queen of Water showing up, because it makes you put your guard down. She's making you like step into a different kind of world where you like to be kind of Leo, fixed. Aquarius, fixed sign. Fixed signs is Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. They're very much terre à terre. In French you say grounded, like stable. Like they don't like too much movement, even though he's a rebel and an innovator, but there's still that part of him. And the Queen of Water is like Cancer, and that's a cardinal sign, and they're the movers and the shakers. They're the ones who initiate, which is Aries, Cancer. What am I missing here? Aries, Cancer, I can't even think. Aries, Cancer, Air, Libra, and Aries, Cancer. Hello? Capricorn. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. I had to think about this. So those are the cardinal signs, which are they start the journey for all the other signs. Like they started. They're initiators. So you're like in a little bit of a. This is where your Two of Pentacles is making a play here, because it's like, how do I progress? Like, how do I continue this journey? Because do I just stay in the structure? Do I follow the rules kind of thing? Or I don't feel like it's following the rules of King of Swords. He's Aquarius. They're outside the box thinkers. They're more, but they're more mind, right? And the Cancer is more heart. So some of you are in a little bit of a dichotomy right now. You're trying to figure out how to move forward in your life. Do I trust my heart more, or do I go with the education that I've learned and I should just continue the master's, I should just continue my job even though it's boring, or I should just continue job, I love it so much, or what it is. Like some of you are being asked to go, like, to get healed more, to go to maybe see more healers for this peace of mind. I feel like maybe some of you have been a little bit too fixed in how you see your life. I almost feel like I see like the Six of Fires, like you've always lived a very accomplished life. You've, like, even if it wasn't like full of money, by the way, but you've always lived a very successful, in your eyes, life. You've had like a good life. You enjoy your life. You go out, you go do things, you socialize, and it's great. And now we find ourselves where you're needing to go into your heart, and you're having a little bit of it's harder for you to go in and start to forgive yourself and start to release all this stuff, and it's harder for you to recognize that you have the abilities maybe to heal others. Because a little part of what's keeping you away from that is that you're stuck in the, we know Leo loves success, we love the spotlight, we love things, you love like life in this world, but you're a bit torn. So what is coming up for you? Oh my God, Justice is finding the balance. Oh, I like that. I like it a lot. Justice is a mind card too. It's a Libra. It's another cardinal sign, like a beginner sign. But again, the fact that we have the Queen of two completely opposite, and here the Justice coming in and said, let's just find a balance between the two. Why do you have to choose between the two? Why can't you just bring a little bit of both in your life at this moment in time? This also could be, is it a relationship? I don't think so. Cancer and Aquarius. I'm not sure about that. Air and water, that makes a little bit of a tornado. So if that's happening in your life, then okay. Justice could be that. It could be maybe you're in a process of a divorce or separation or marriage. There's like contracts, negotiations happening here. For me, I feel more it's this balance of heart and mind, which is like the 12 inches that we are walking through in this spiritual journey. That's what we're doing. We're walking through these things to get to the mind, to the heart. And here you are in this process of change. So I'm like out of left field, I feel like there's some of you that might be thinking of healing business. And if you are, then there's two sides of it. There is like a business side of it, and then there's that. So you have to think about the whole picture here. But you are in the process of making decisions. So let me see, like I'm all over the place here. The Seven of Swords in reverse. So the Seven of Swords is this betrayal, lies, dishonesty, that kind of card. But in reverse, it's like a release of it. Could be you saying goodbye to self-doubt. Could be you freeing yourself from other people's opinions. Could be you freeing yourself from these lies and this dishonesty around you. You could be lying to yourself, right? So it's a very freeing kind of feeling. This colors, blue, like releasing the conformity of life. There's such an interesting reading to me here, because it's a lot of people showing up in your life. Could be a mother and a father. I never said that. It could be a couple. It could be someone in your life. But to me, I really feel like, because of the Two of Pentacles showing up, I really feel like you are in this you're in this situation in your life right now where you're trying to figure out your road, right? Should I take the path less traveled, or the one that's already traveled and that's the norm, the way I should be doing things? Or should I just go follow my heart? And like I keep saying, everybody here is on their own path. We're all going towards the whole, but we're each have our own like experiences, right? Our own human experiences that we are carrying in from thousands of years ago. So we're clearing a whole bunch of that, and that is what's coming up for you. You're having to balance your life, work, your play, your thing with by using the different like personalities of you, kind of thing, with the Queen and the King, right? You being but the Queen of Water and the King of Swords, you being very, it's almost beautiful, because that's where we're moving. We have to merge, and we're merging all of us together. So your healing side of you, your loving side of you, compassionate side of you, along with that, I need to make money, I need to do this, I need to buy my Louis Vuitton purse, I need to do these things, like all these things that you want to do. But it's converging for you, Leo, and it's kind of explosive right now for you. Because you've always sailed in life, kind of. It's always kind of been easier for you, because it's never been easy for you because you work for it, you do things for it. But you've set your life up in a grand way. You see things grandly, right? People are like, oh, okay, Leo. But that's the way to work. It's imagination gets you far. So step into your imagination again, and like imagine this next few steps here. Imagine how you're gonna step away from all these people around you that are lying to you or cheating on you or whatever, or step away from these people who are keeping you away from, making you follow the norm, kind of thing. It's time for independence, time for you to move forward. Wow. I could not have made this shit up. A new strategy is required. Find the path to love and happiness. Oh my God. I love when they align. Anyways, this is so amazing. I mean, I don't, like I always say to everybody, it's a general reading, so I cannot capture every single Leo here. And if you want a personal reading, I could do we can book a session together. But this to me is feeling like you're like at a precipice in your life, where you almost feel like you have to make a decision between two things, between many things. And instead of having to make a decision, why don't you just merge them with the Justice card showing up? Why don't you just find the balance between these people in your life, between these situations, how you merge your healing with your business side, or how you bring compassion and love to the job, to the relationship. But the future with the Seven of Swords in reverse is like, please let's not stay with people who lie and cheat and are dishonest with us. whether it's relationship, whether it's job, whether it's whatever. Please find that independence within you. Please trust your heart. Go into your heart for the imagination. Go in and imagine the world that you want, because it's there waiting for you. The new moon is asking you to reveal what needs to be seen. Wow. I kind of like that. Reveal what needs to be seen. Because you're hiding. Maybe you're hiding, right? You're hiding behind this. The Seven of Swords. You're like, some of you are lying to yourself about where you want to be really. Some of you are lying to yourself about the people in your life that you keep holding on to. It's time to detach and move into something new. Balance for you guys. Not one way or the other. That's how it's going to work for everyone, and that's how it's going to work for you in this moment in time. I feel like some of you might be going to court for some reason, or you might be you're still in a flux. You're still deciding though something. So there's even some of you might be between jobs, between decisions. Trust your instinct and be careful. The Seven of Swords, because it's still showing up here in reverse or not reverse. It feels to me like maybe there's someone around you that's going to want to quash your dreams, and it's time to think of a new strategy and think of another way to get around it. All right, that's what I got, Leo, for you. You know, not every week is interesting. That's the beauty of the cards. I love you. Check your rising and your moon for other messages, and also leave a comment below and you'll be entered automatically in the 2023 annual giveaway at the end of this year. That's it for now. If you're in Montreal, I'll be doing a pop-up selling spiritual gifts and maybe some quickie tarot readings on December 3rd and 4th. All the information is in Instagram or Facebook. All right, I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Virgo. We got happy. Like, I don't know what to say. When I saw it, I was like, woo, that's amazing. And then I pulled your cards and I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. So happy is like things are going well with you and your job, your career, your relationship, your family, your friends. Things are just coming together for you. I mean, it's been pretty good for you, Virgo, the past few weeks or months. I'm happy that it's like this beautiful rainbow, this star. She just feels she's sitting on this egg, which is all about fertility, creation. There could be some of you that are going to have children or pregnant. Beautiful. There's just like it's almost like you're exactly where you need to be. Happy, joy. So let's see with these cards though, because in your past we have the Queen of Wands, which is an Aries energy. In your present you have the Moon, which is a Pisces. It's a challenge, the future, roots, what's coming, advice, and new moon as well I'm giving you. So we have the Queen of Fire, Aries energy. This could be a mother energy, it could be a woman, it could be a man energy in your life, but it was very outgoing, a very entrepreneurial, even very creative energy. Like it could be someone that you knew in your past that was important for you in your life. It could be your creativity, could be like you starting different projects, something. It just feels to me very uplifting, inspiring energy. It could be someone that helped you too, but we have to understand the cards before we but in the now moment, you're in the moon. The moon could be two different things. The moon could be you're fully spiritually insightful, intuitive, but the moon is also a water sign. Deep emotions. You're in, maybe some of you are there's some like buried emotions coming up for you. Maybe some of you are dealing with some past things or current, and it's like the moon. When the moon rises, the tidal waves, the waves of the water start to upsurge, right? Because of the emotions of the moon cycle. And here we have this feeling coming for you. So it's an 18, so it's a 9, so it's like an end of a journey. So I want to see what's at the root of it. Is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So finances is at the root of this. So now when you look at the three of them, you have the Queen of Wands, the Moon, and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse is like money problems, a financial setback, like perhaps money's a little bit tight for you right now. I mean, like the rest of the world. That's why there's this feeling of you, and it's causing you to be a little bit discouraged with life, depressed, unsure, like how to move forward. Where you were once a person with the Queen of Fire energy, where you were very projects out of like wahoo, like you had like ideas for a lot of things. Your mind has been a fire, right? It has been lit up with lots of ideas, and now you find yourself rethinking, kind of almost. You know, there's a little bit of financial restraint, and I need to hold back. Let's see the challenge. The challenge is the Four of Cups. So, you know, the happy with this beautiful, and the Four of Cups is not the same rainbow, but the rainbow is beautiful. The Four of Cups energy is like divine, God, the universe is giving you something, and you're like, I'm not sure. It's like a boredom card, a hangover card for some of you, but it's a feeling of uncertainty. She's like sitting there, kneeled in that pasture. All the bowls are full, but still she's not sure. Like there's an uncertainty here for you guys. And the moon is like emotions, so it's your heart. Like this could be like a past relationship that was really good, was really amazing. Could be, like I said, the Queen of Wands is a lot of things. It could also be a person in your life that lit you up, that like allowed you to feel alive. Queen of Wands, love her energy. And yet you find yourself, it could also be you, that you did that for yourself, but you find yourself a little bit perplexed, a little bit in a little bit of a hole. What's coming? The Nine of Wands, Sagittarius, which is the new moon, so it's interesting. But this is this feeling of standing strong. Oh, I like this actually. Even though some of you feel like you're being held back, like because of these financial, like it's like a financial, you're just feeling unstable right now in your life. You're feeling a bit like wobbly when with certain people in your life, perhaps, or certain situations in your life. It's like, where do I put my money, or how do I invest my money, or will I sell my house? Do I buy a new house? Like it's all these questions coming in your head, and the moon energy is like, it's heavy energy, right? It's intense energy. Pisces, they're not subtle. It's not a subtle sign. It makes you really feel the emotions, and that's why the Four of Cups is here, which is Cancer. It's another water sign. Like, you're questioning yourself a bit. And yet we have happy here. Happy saying that things are moving forward for you, and yet some of you are holding back, right? Like I spoke in the beginning, I talk about attachment. So you're attaching to your money. You're attaching to the questions. What if this happens? And when is this going to happen? And how? And, you know, and the Nine of Wands is like, why don't you just hold on to that wand of yours? Trust that whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen. And if you're supposed to have a setback in finances, it's because you're supposed to slow down. Maybe you're not supposed to put all your eggs in one basket. Maybe you need to take a little chill pill and like take a step back, like she is. She is behind this fence, but she can easily walk right over it. It's not like it's like hindering her from walking, but she's like choosing to hold on. Interesting. And the future is the Four of Cups. Okay. The future is your challenge. Boredom, anxiety, but it's not even that. It's uncertainty. It's not trusting in yourself because of like a hiccup, because that you have a little bit of a setback. So interesting, this reading to me, because the Four of Water in this deck is like she's wading in the water at the bottom of the ocean, and she's holding these luxurious pearls in her hand. So she actually feels like there is happy coming, or is here, and she's willing to hold on to these pearls and willing to hold her breath under the water at the same time. But still she's not trusting. She's not trusting in the whole process. I feel like someone else has gotten this, like Gemini perhaps, like who's always asking questions and needs to know, and then the moon is like drowning you almost with these questions. And then you keep like, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse is a new financial opportunity, or a new opportunity, a new like a relationship. It could be a whole bunch of new things happening in your life that is like kind of being held back. But you know that whenever that happens in your life, it's for a reason. Like nothing happens in your life for no reason at all, right? People like if you go bankrupt, if you lose a little bit of money, or if you're a bit tight at the moment, it's because Spirit, your guides are saying, okay, that's where you need to be right now. Don't put your money too much on that. Don't put your money here. Like hold it, like don't be like focusing so much on this either. What an interesting reading because of this card. You know, you're like, oh, and then you're like, oh, but it's not oh, because it's like, for me, this whole card reading is telling me that Virgo, you need to trust, and you're not trusting your path. You want happy every single day of your life. You want you don't want to face these obstacles, but they're put in your path for you to look at them and say, okay, why do I feel poor? Cancel, clear, delete. Why do I feel like this? And then fix it, change it up, and move away from the path. Stop lingering on what was. Stop lingering on why I got there. How did I get here? It was put in your path for a reason. Your advice is protect what you love. It is your duty and responsibility. So protect what you love. For me, it's you. Protect yourself. Protect your children. Protect your family. Protect yourself. Perhaps with this financial setback, there is a moment where you will feel that you can't help everyone around you, but know that you are being protected and guided by something else. This is wow. Your new moon is forgive. You know, if I really look at this reading, and I could see, like, with this forgive and protect, it almost feels like perhaps there's someone in your life that's holding back money from you. That's someone in your life that's causing this obstacle of finances or security and stability in your life. And that's why you're feeling like unsure of how to move forward, unsure how to, and maybe it's affecting your family, and maybe it's affecting your job, and maybe affecting your things. So forgive comes out, and it's like it's time to forgive that person for doing that. If it's intentional, unintentional, doesn't matter, because why are you holding on to that? That's their issue and not yours, and now you need to move forward, kind of thing. I feel like some of you are holding on to how you made money, you did this, and that in the past. Is like, okay, you had a financial slowdown right now, something is unstable in your life, it's there for a reason. Look at it and understand what it is. Is it something that I need to go back and forgive myself for? Like, there's a lot of work, there's a lot of things at play here, but you are completely in some sort of you're in a state of self-doubt. Stop doubting yourself. Maybe this came out because you need to be feeling the feels of happiness more and more. Know that whatever is happening for you at this moment in time is for a reason, even as uncomfortable as it is. I love this kind of message, actually. Okay, so happy, joy, Virgo. Instill that energy in you. All right, my beautifuls, I love you. Check your rising and your moon for other messages if this doesn't resonate at all, and do leave a comment below. When you do, I enter you into the annual 2023 giveaway, and at the end of the year. And also, if you're in Montreal, I'm doing a pop-up on December 3rd and 4th in the Mile X, so you're welcome. I will have all the information down below and on YouTube and Facebook. Okay, bye. Have a great week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Libra. We got Serendipity. Serendipity. It's a Christmas movie that's coming out with what's his name? John Cusack. All right. Serendipity is all these signs that you see, right? All these numbers that you see, the times, those ads that you see, everything that is just like, oh, I was just thinking of that. This person that you just met on the road after 10 years, like, that's serendipity. And that's what's happening for you this week. And maybe your life is serendipitous right now because you are in... some of you might not feel like you're serendipitous at this moment in time, but know that serendipity is not only like happy, love, whatever. It could be like setbacks, challenges. That's serendipity. It's destiny and fate. So let's see what's going on with you. In your past, we have the Magician, which is a gorgeous card. It's the one. Creation. The Messenger of Earth, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Let's do all these cards. We have advice from a new deck and new moon card as well. So we have this creational energy, this manifestation energy, magician in your past. You've always this could be someone, but I really feel like it's you being that open. Libra, for me, Libras are always open to new, open to change, open to doing things like new projects kind of thing, new relationships kind of thing. You're very open-minded, right? So magician could be that. Let us just see. It's like a creational, like a newness. And the Knight of Pentacles, a Virgo energy, and that's less of this kind of energy. This is like a Gemini energy, and this is a Virgo Earth. This is air. So Virgo is like practical. It's more like looking at things in a way that you don't look at things, right? Like more setting up a system, administrative, very like money, you know, creating a money system of savings. There's an interesting feeling here coming up. And let me see. I need to see all of this. And your challenge is the Queen of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy. So you're already, in the present moment, your Earth, and your challenge is Earth. At the root of it is the Eight of Cups, which is Pisces. So here we have you at the Knight of Pentacles. Maybe you're trying to set up something in your life, be more financially sound, set up a system where you're like, can follow things, like be more grounded and practical. And the Queen of Earth is that same kind of energy, right? This is the Knight, this is the Queen. The Queen is practical, grounded, entrepreneurial, multitasker, a nurturer, right? And you're being challenged by that, which makes sense. You're being challenged by the routines of life, by the duties and obligations in your life. That's what these two are for me. The Pentacle energy is the Mother Earth energy, the Earth Mother, and the Sun energy, kind of like Earth is more stable and secure, and like less of an air sign like you guys, that is like creational, like, oh my god, let's just go up and do this, and let's just jump off the building, let's bungee jump, that kind of thing, let's do something wild and crazy. And they're like, no, what happens if you do this? Right? That is the Earth, and that's the air. And it's so interesting, serendipity. So it's like, this is showing up in your life right now, and the root of it is the Eight of Cups, is you wanting to walk away from something. So you're wanting to walk away from your usual very spontaneous, very fly by night kind of personality, and you're trying to move into something more mature, right? More like logical, more stable, and you're freaking out. That's what I see. And you're like, it's not working for me. I can't live like this. I need to be able to just go and travel if I want to. Like, I don't have to follow the bank counting systems. No, you only can travel in 2023 kind of thing. That's what I'm feeling here. There's like this feeling of you wanting to jump. It's very interesting to me. The Queen of Pentacles could be a mother energy as well, who is holding you back from living this life of yours. A mother energy who's like arrogant, maybe a little bit cocky. She, you know, very did I say it's Virgo? This is Virgo and this is Capricorn. I don't know if I said that. Okay. But very, like, she almost looks like don't touch me kind of thing. I'm gonna see what's coming is the moon. Wow, man. What's going on, Libra? The moon is Pisces energy. The moon is very, you see, she's drowning in her emotions, very emotional. I feel like you're in a big change in your life, Libra, right here and right now. You're with these two earth signs showing up. I feel like you're trying really hard to follow a life pattern that's not yours. You're trying to be mature, whatever that means. You're trying to be like, you're trying to set up your life in a way that doesn't align with your true nature. And the Eight of Cups is the root of the situations because you've left something behind. You might have left a fire sign behind, right? Or you've, like an Aries, Leo, Sag, or you've left a very tumultuous time. Like you perhaps you've been living this kind of life, this magician life, where you're like, you know, in a magic world, right? You're creating, you're doing new things, but it doesn't align with everybody, this kind of life, right? This life doesn't align with like stability. It could be freaking stable, but it's not stability according to the matrix kind of world. And here you're like, you know what? Maybe I need to change it up. Maybe I need to be more stable. Maybe I need to be more practical. But you're challenged by that right now. You're like freaking out. Like I haven't said that already. And what's coming is like you going, oh my God, is that really the right decision for me? Did I really need to like change up? Is it because I changed it up for like a partner of mine? Is it changed for a family member? I changed it for my work. I changed it. Why am I changing myself? Why don't you just living serendipitously in life and letting things flow? But you have put it on yourself to make a change that is against your grain. And now you're like kind of suffering for it. You maybe married someone that is completely off, like different from you, or maybe you're partnered with someone, or maybe you're living a life that's not you. That's what I'm feeling here, Libra. Like really honestly. And what's the future is the High Priestess, which is freaking amazing. The High Priestess is like knowing. And it's like step into your knowing, Libra. Is this where you want to be in your life? There's a lot of questions here. Is this where you want to be in this relationship? Is this where you want to be in your job, in your career, in your finances, in your whatever? Is this really where you really want to be? You want to be like stuck to a schedule, stuck to a to-do list, stuck to a routine? Or do you want to be a Libra and go back to who you are? Free. Open to change. Ready to manifest whatever it is. These are powerful energies here. Boom. 1 and 2. 1 is the past, 2. So let's move on this journey here. I like it. I think like let's serendipity, let fate and destiny take its course instead of changing it around. I feel like you're changing destiny because you're trying to follow a norm. You're trying to follow what these people want you to do, or people around you, or all of that. And it's not working. You got Pisces coming in at the root, and what's coming. Like it's crowning around. Like it's so interesting. If you look at all the cards around what you are not, they're blue and greens, right? And or blues, kind of mostly blues, but so your advice is enter the temple of your truth and learn to value it. Very meaningful, this card actually, for this reading. Because what is the temple of your truth? Is you listening to your knowing, is you listening to your heart, you listening to yourself. Because you some of you have started to listen to others around you, mother, partner, whatever, because you want to lead a life that's not yours, that's someone else's, and it's not working. It's not working. So enter your temple of truth, people. Like that's one of the hardest things for all of humanity, is to actually start doing what they want to do, because everyone feels bad or feels guilty or feels blah blah blah. That's all programming, and that's like, it's enough. Right? So your new moon advice is clear your mind. Love it. It's time. It's time to go back to who you are, Libras. Go back to your fundamentals, your truth. Trust in the serendipity of life. Trust that things are I mean, if like, we could also say, well, if we believe in serendipity, then I'm supposed to be here in this. I'm supposed to be like up against this obstacle and this barrier. Yeah, maybe you are, but I'm here to tell you that it's time to align back to who you are. Trust in your path, and stop living for other people is what the advice is. All right, my beautiful Libra, this is the message. I know it's very general, but it's a general reading. You can always book a personal session with me. I'm open after December 6th. I will have openings again. So also check your rising and your moon for other messages, and do leave a comment. All the comments will be automatically entered into an annual 2023 giveaway, which I will give at the end of the year. I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Scorpio. We got message in a bottle. So I'm going to look at this card. There's a stork on the top of a bottle. Of course, I don't see anything inside because I'm blind. Cancel, clear, delete. So we have this beautiful stork with the bottle in the water or in the air. I think it's the water. Obviously, it's the water. So message in a bottle. Police, 1983. Regatta de Blanc album. Hello, people. I was a big Police fan. So message in a bottle is beautiful message coming here, because this is you've been getting messages from your guides, maybe obvious one, maybe not so obvious one. Maybe they're coming with numbers, maybe they're coming on TV that you're watching, or on your phones, or people showing up in your lives. But here I feel like there's something coming towards you, like a communication via email, whatever, text, all of it. Or it's like you're not listening, and that's like the message. Like, Scorpio, you're not listening to your intuition, you're not listening to your knowing, you're not listening to us. And now we're come here in the reading, so let's pay attention to the reading. All right, so let's see what's going on. In the past, we have the Lovers card. In the present, we have the Ace of Swords, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Lovers is Gemini. Your challenge. We have a new advice card and a new moon. And our challenge, is the Ace of Wands, which kind of makes sense here. So the Lovers card in the past, you could have had, this could be about you self-loving yourself, self-loving, like in self-love mode. I do love this card with this portal here. It's this feeling of connection, of love between you and your children, love between you and your partner and your family. It's just a very heartwarming feeling, and I feel like that maybe is starting to come together for you. Maybe that's something from the very long time past that's showing up now. Could be a lost lover coming in, who knows. But what's happening now is like newness with these aces here showing up. The Ace of Swords is like new communication. I just realized that. That's amazing. Love it. Okay. Like new lease on life, a new clarity, like seeing things differently. Gemini is all about the mind, it's communication. Libra is relationships, seeing like new relationships coming in. Aquarius is like stepping outside of the box kind of thing. So there's just this feeling of newness showing up in your life, and you're actually feeling it, you're seeing it, and you're in it right now. But the Ace of Wands shows up, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, in reverse because it's a challenge. And the Ace of Wands is like moving into something with fire and passion, inspiration, moving forward. And you kind of lose, you're a little bit at a loss of that. Why are you afraid? You're afraid to open yourself up to this newness. I say fear because fear feels fiery to me, right? Feels like, maybe because they're two F's. No, because I feel like it's a very, I mean, fear is also the mind, but here it's the Ace of Wands is like a built up fire within you, that there's a fire within you to move forward on something, and yet you're holding yourself back, Scorpio, because at the root of your situation is the Knight of Wands, which is a fire sign, Sagittarius. Sagittarius new moon. Happy birthday, by the way, to the last remaining days that you have. You know, you probably get forgotten, but I haven't forgotten you, so happy birthday to you. So, what is going on here? There's like almost fire within you of change. You know, Sagittarius is like travel. It's doing something new, adventure, like stepping outside of your normal, and you're afraid of that, Scorpio, because you're a fixed sign, and you're like, so your like scorpion claws are in the sand, and you're like, no man, I'm happy here, I'm happy doing my routine life, I'm happy, what are you talking about, right? And this is like, no man, because new is coming in, new, all is coming in, and you're like holding back on it. So it could be a new project that you're needing to launch, a new job, a new relationship, whatever it is. There's something like a change is what it is to me. Like, I feel like you're seeing things clearly now. You're like starting to open yourself up. You're starting to understand maybe where your purpose in your life is, and you're bringing in like more bonds, like loving bonds, but at the same time you're freaking out. Like, right, you're not sure how to proceed, you're not sure how to move forward with these plans, even though a part of you wants to go traveling, a part of you wants to go socializing, a part of you wants to go party, wants to go out, wants to do this. There's like a deep-seated root in, yeah, I want to do it, but you're like scared. You're just scared. That's what I feel. What's coming? What the frick? What's coming? Three of Swords, people. Three of Swords is heartbreak, pain, sorrow, grief, change. Change. Oh my God. Change is upon you, Scorpio. I just love this reading right now, because to me it speaks of you are like starting a new path in your life, completely fresh new waters, right? Something new that is fearful for you, because you are it's new and you're not used to that, right? And you're in full resistance mode. You're full resistance mode. You're like, no, I'm gonna burn out that fire that's inside me that wants to make this change, because I know it's there. I need to change my job. I need to change my routine. I need to change my relationship, my partnership, my friends, whatever it is. You know what it is. It's clear as day. And the way the lovers could be a partner, it could be a friend, a family member, it could be someone very close to you, like this lion is with her. But it's causing you to retract. And I'm telling you right now, what I see in the cards is that you are going to make this change, or you're not. And if you make this change, You will grieve this move. You will grieve this past energy, this past relationship, this past partnership, this past thing. You will grieve it as you release it from you. You will feel the heartbreak. You will go through the emotion exactly where we need to be. We need to be feeling this. I love this. And the future, oh, come on, people, is the Empress. Empress is creational energy. It's Mother Earth energy, moving into a new earth, moving into the new responsibility of being loving towards yourself, loving towards other humans as well. But knowing, I almost feel like you need to get to this position of confidence and trust in yourself. You're being asked to break away from something that has been holding you back, and you know what it is because you have the clarity of it. And the only person in the way of this is you. I strongly feel like it's something that you love dearly, that you're holding on to, you don't want to let go of, because it's been so many years that you're together. It's been this, or you've been doing this for so many years. This routine has lasted and you've loved this routine, but there's like a part of you, your soul is coming out. The message here is that it's time to step outside of this little comfort zone, because she looks really comfortable here, even if he's like can eat her. But it's almost like that, like you're in this comfortable relationship, even though there's maybe dishonesty or whatever, or he can, or you're in this family where there's a controlling factor in your life, but you're like, it's okay, I'm okay here. You know what I'm saying? Something's here, Scorpio. It feels alive to me. It feels like it's like burning inside you, and you're resisting so bad. Stop resisting, because the Three of Swords is here to show you that you will go through the pain of releasing this from you, but you will enter into the Empress mode. With whether you're a man or a woman, the Empress mode is finally you've released that from you. Why are you staying in that relationship that's not going nowhere? Why are you in that job that is just the same? Why are you doing the routine? Why you keep doing the same thing every night, every day? Maybe you need to change things up. The Empress is Mother Nature. As much as she is an earth sign, she's also a Libra. She's a Taurus Libra. She's all about growing, changing the 4 seasons, right? It changes every season. That's who she is. She adapts to change. I got very excited about this. Your advice is the time is right. Seize the day and make progress on your soul path. I mean, I don't know. They're all here for you. The time is right for you to move. The time is right to listen to the messages coming in, because the messages have been there all along, and you've been resisting, resisting, and now it's like, stop dimming your freaking light, people. It's enough, right? You're getting clarity and understanding to do what you need to do. You're going to feel the pains. You're going to feel the sadness and the sorrow. And that's where we need to be filtering through this. But you're where you need to be. This is amazing reading. Boom. End of Scorpio season. Your moon advice is think it through. Think it through. Yeah, the ace is... think it through with the ace of air here is thinking, but I would say not to think too much. I would say to go with the flow and trust the flow, right? That is my opinion. I don't really feel like we need to be thinking anymore. These could be old cards because that is an old way of doing things. We need to just trust and move forward. So ixnay on that advice for the new moon. New moon is all about trusting, about embracing your power of the Empress and getting ready for change. I love it. All right, Scorpio, this is your message. Thank you for allowing me to be excited through your message. And I will see you next week. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also, leave a comment below and I'll enter you into the 2023 annual giveaway, annual reading giveaway. And that's it. If you're in Montreal, do remember December 3rd and 4th, I'm doing a pop-up for spiritual gift items and also maybe some quickie tarot. The information is below or on Instagram and Facebook. I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. We got here and now. So I love this card. I actually love that she's sitting on top of this egg, which is fertility, which is a new beginning, which is creation. And there's a doorway, like open. And then there's past and the future, and she's in the here and now, right? So this is this moment of where we all should be right now, living in the present moment. Stop living in the past, stop living in the future. So many times I get into sessions where people ask me questions like, but how is this going to happen? And when is it going to happen? And why? And you're like, no, man, this is not, stop asking questions and start believing and trusting where that you're supposed to be in the here and now. And Sagittarius, of all the signs, probably you are probably the most like adept to the here and now, right? You love to just jump into something new. So let's see what's going on with you. 5 of Pentacles in the past energy. 5 of Pentacles is like a poverty mindset. It's a lack of abundance, or lack of like believing that you don't have enough money, but it also could be a little bit of a depression, sadness. The present is a hermit, which is a Virgo energy, which is solitude, a wise man, like a sage, being the leader in the dark, could be that too. Let's see. I have advice from a new deck, and I have a new moon advice as well. So we have both earth energies here showing up for you. The 5 of earth is a Taurus energy. There's almost a feeling of you, like maybe some of you are going through or have gone through a little bit of a financial setback, or it's not even financial. Maybe you are financially sound, but you are a little bit worried about it perhaps, or you're feeling a bit down. You're feeling a bit unstable, perhaps. And the hermit shows up, and it's all about going within, maybe taking some time off, some self-care. And it's a Virgo energy, it's all about self-care. So maybe there is like you, I like that the door showed up here, with the door here. So the door is here. Maybe it's time to open that door and reflect a little bit on your life, and reflect on why you're feeling this way. Okay, sorry you don't see the cards so much. Okay, so let's see the challenge. Oh, wow, it's the Hierophant, which is a Taurus card. So there could be Taurus, Virgo in your life, or Capricorn, and like a earth energy in your life. But the fact that the Hierophant shows up, this is like your spiritual path, your could be marriage, there could be relationship perhaps, but 5 is change. 5 is change. So there is a change in your finances, a change in your security here. It's uncomfortable for you. You could be maybe you're supposed to get married, and now there's like a setback there could be that, but, or maybe you're supposed to change your relationship and you're holding back, you're resisting. I almost feel like when I see this, is that there's like not a lot of me time here. Let's see what the root of it is. Oh my God, I didn't even know the Four of Swords. Wow, man. Okay, the Four of Swords is me time. Is like some like time to rest and relax. 4 plus 5 is 9, which is interesting. The 9 is the Hermit. So there's all the synchronicity of the numbers here happening. What's the number here? 3 plus 2 is 5. Interesting. Change. 5, 5. So there is some change coming in for you, my beautiful Saggies. And happy birthday, by the way, whoever is celebrating this week. Do I say that? Oh, is it a turbulent change? No. It's almost like a steady change happening here. It's something that I almost feel like you need to hunker down, kind of thing. Let me look at all the cards, because wow, the future is the Emperor energy, just Aries. The Emperor energy is like a control energy, but also, if we look at it differently, it's also it could be a father energy. Some of you could be affected by, or maybe you need to look to a father for advice. But when I look at all this, I'm trying to understand what it is that's showing me here, because I feel like there is a lot of, some of you have fallen a little bit into a, perhaps you're thinking too much of the past and you're thinking too much of the future, and you're just like fallen into a little bit of a rut, like a little bit of a standstill moment. And the cards where you are now, you're just like behind the door and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. I need to, because you're being challenged by the Hierophant. The Hierophant is, like I said, marriage, but it doesn't have to be. It's like your spiritual purpose, your mission, your spirituality, or it doesn't have to be spirituality, just like tradition. You know, the original Rider-Waite is tradition and following the rules and hierarchy and all this, like structure. You're being challenged by that. It's something that doesn't feel comfortable for you at all, right? It doesn't work for you like that. And here you're being like, I need some me time. I need to process all of this. I need to take some time off. And what's coming is the Emperor. Maybe the structure is going to fall. It's going to show up again, and you're going to be like, I don't want this. It's too regimented for my life. It's like this Emperor energy. Like here, he feels really relaxed, but he's relaxed because he's confident and he's on top of the world. But there's a looming feeling of control over you here. Let's see what's in the future. The 8 of Cups. You leaving something behind. So if I look at all of this, there could be financial stress or instability, but doesn't always have to be finances. Instability in your relationships, instability. There's just a feeling of instability, insecurity here showing up. And it's, and partly you're resisting it. You're resisting the stability. You're resisting the security. You're resisting the have to and the obligation of life. You're like, but even though you're in this midst of unbalanced, you're still don't want to compromise. You don't want to compromise your life for it to I think I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Like, as I understand clearly in my mind. It's like you're in a period of flux right now, of change right now, Sagittarius, and it's almost like being forced, like, well, you should do this and you should do that, and this is what's best, and maybe you should stay with this person, and maybe you need to follow the rules, and maybe you need to like, why don't you go buy a home even though you have no money? Like, you know, it's like all these people like giving you opinions on what you need to do, and you're just like, no, this is not, I don't want your opinions. I need to like do things on my own, and I need to like go in my cocoon, and you need to let me be in that cocoon. And what's coming is like, maybe you need to reach out to someone like a mentor, financial investor, or or someone in your life that, or a male figure in your life that is that can help you through this, right? Or it's like you coming head to head again with the structure, the control. So it's a little bit of a battle for you. I feel that's coming up for you, like you coming up against other ideologies, other people who feel like you need to follow a certain way, and you're like, no man, I'm going to live in the here and now kind of thing, right? So I almost feel like the past and the present are coming to you, because it's like other people are forcing it on you. You have to think of the future, you need to think of how, you need to think of remember when you did this kind of thing, and you're like, no. There's like, you are resisting, but in a good way, because you're actually aligning with yourself. And in the future, it's you moving away from this kind of control energy, or moving with this stability energy. You know, there's two different ways to look at the emperor. The emperor could be that, but it also could be someone that comes into your life that is financially sound, that's trying to help you through something, that's you. It could be you even like gathering up your courage and your bravery, and actually opening that shop and project and doing the things that you need to do confidently. So there's a different way to look at things, but whatever it is, the Eight of Cups, you're out of there. So you're moving forward into something completely new. It's a little bit of uncomfortable. I see that. I feel the discomfort. And like I said to everybody needs to go through the discomfort to feel the comfort, really. Everybody is in this process of discomfort. But the new moon in Sagittarius is going to give you some form of freedom. You're going to feel it. So your advice is, you are caught up in drama. Interesting. Act to free yourself, change, and blossom again. So exactly what we're saying here. Change is upon you. Maybe you're caught up in drama that I don't know about. But I mean, it could feel like that you're caught up in drama. And if you're in a relationship or in a marriage or whatever, and it's like there's a resistance to that, that could be drama. The emperor could be drama as well. So whatever it is, release yourself from that freaking drama and do what it is that you want to do, Sagittarius. This is all I see here. I see like there's people resisting you, there's situations coming in your field, and it's like you're not being truth and authentic with yourself, and you are usually. So it's like you're like, done. I'm done. I don't need your rules and your regulations. You don't need to tell me how to live my life, right? You don't need to tell me, like I said in the intro, Sagittarius is about the journey, not the destination. You don't have to tell me about the destination. I don't give a shit about the destination. I care about the journey and the experience now. So I kind of like this for you. It's time to go. And your advice for new moon is make time for self-love. I love it. Self-love, self-love. It's you time, is what I see here. It's you time. It's like, I think you've been giving away your power to other people, to emperors in your life, to, could be men, could be women, but I feel like you are, if you have Libra in your chart, I think Libra got the same kind of message. You're giving your way, you're not aligning yourself with yourself. Instead, you're allowing others to rule your life, and it's like, it's not working. All right. That's your message this week. Hope you have a great birthday and enjoy this new moon. It's like gonna flourish. You're gonna feel it the most in a positive way, because there's like new energy coming in. So check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also leave a leave a comment below, and you will be entered automatically in the annual 2023 giveaway we'll be giving at the end of the year. All right, I love you so much. Have a beautiful day. You can also book a session with me for personal readings. And if you're in Montreal, Canada, or Ottawa, or anywhere in Canada, I'm doing a pop-up sale on December 3rd and 4th in the Mile X. I'll have the information down below and all the other social platforms. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. We got a change in the wind. So what do we have here? We have a zebra with like a tower on his back, and is it birds? Maybe it's birds, but whatever it is, it's like a feeling of wind, right? I like this card for you because, like I said, in Instagram and Facebook, the black and white of the zebra feels very Capricorn to me, very like structured, very disciplined, very accomplished, right? That's the way you are. But this tower on the top is like change. There's like inevitable change coming your way. There's something that's been brewing around you, Capricorn, and you've been resisting. You've been like, no, I don't want it to change. I don't want to change that drastically. No, I like where I am in my job. I like where I am in my relationship. I like where I am in my life, in my family, and whatever, right? But this is like, I'm coming for you, Capricorn. So let's see. In your past, we have the Queen of Earth. Who is this? It's you, Capricorn. You're showing up in your past. And the 10 of water is Pisces in your present. Big Buddha. Okay. And we're going to see what is going on. I have an advice card with this beautiful oracle, and I have a new moon card as well. So we have the Queen of Earth and the 10 of water, 10 of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. You showing up in the past. So you're like, it's like exudes your confidence, your assuredness in life, like things are going well. The Queen of Pentacles is like this nurturer. There's also this entrepreneur, this project manager, this person that multitasker that gets her shit done. He or she, whoever's watching this, right? It's actually a really beautiful feeling. It could be you, it could be someone else, like another woman in your life that is strong-minded, that is like warm and helping you out. It could be that. It could be a mother energy as well. And the 10 of Cups is this beautiful happiness. As we see the Buddha, it's like happiness in the family, happiness within your colleagues, friends, whatever. There's just like a very jovial feeling here. Now I'm gonna show you the challenge. I was like, what is up with this challenge? Right? The challenge is the 9 of Cups, which is fulfillment, reward, again, achievement. The 9 and the 10 of Cups are the two best cards in the minor arcana of the tarot, right? So I was like, okay, so you're in a great place, but yet you're challenged by happiness and fulfillment. So let's look at the root of the situation. Is the world. Who is the world? You are the world. So you're showing up again, Capricorn, as very traveled, as very open, as very accomplished, like success, this feeling of completion in your life, the feeling like your journey has ended and you're like ready for something new. But it's almost like your card, Change in the Wind, it's almost like you are, even though everything is going your way, you're always still thinking, you're always wondering, is this right? Am I in the right place? Should I be in this relationship? Should I be in this job? What, like, it's like you're seeing the glass half full instead of what is being delivered to you. So you always live in this kind of strange, not strange, but you live life on the edge almost, because you're you never accept the good that comes to you fully, because you don't trust. You're like, maybe why is this coming towards me? Why is this goodness coming? Why is this partner with me? You know, like, that's the Nine of Cups in reverse for me. Like, you're willingly emptying all your cups that are already full. Why are you doing that, Capricorn? And it's like, it's all there for you. You, like, the treasure is there for you. The treasure chest full of gold. She's happy. Everything is that. But you almost want to make a ripple. You're, I just had a light bulb moment. Like, I'm like, you want to make a ripple, but with this change in the wind, is maybe you are being asked to make a change. Let's see what's coming up so I can understand. Oh my God, the Nine of Pentacles, which is a Virgo energy, which is an earth energy, which is financial independence, which is like you coming into your own, you finding the luxury in life, you like enjoying life to the fullest. So like, if I look at the cards, everything feels really good, but there's like a resistance on your part to this success, to this happiness. There's almost like something in you wants to make a change. Like that aha moment is like, what if I look, and when I analyze these cards, I see like things are really going well for you. Seemingly on the outside, everything feels good, but inside of you, in your inner heart and soul, the root is, you know, the World card is the end of a journey, beginning of something new. Some of you want to make a change. Some of you are like, everything is really good, but I feel like there's something more. I feel like I need to, I almost feel like a lot of you are doing this on purpose, to empty your bowls, because you know that deep down there is something else for you, and you're not just to live this like structured life that you have created, by the way. Some of you Capricorns are tired of living the black and white life and looking for red, let's say, right? You're looking for something else. And it's that's what's showing up as a second way of looking at things. And what's coming either way is this feeling of freedom and independence. And the future is the Justice card, which is 11, which is divine, which is karma, which is balance, which is truth, which is standing in your truth, the sword of truth here, which is relationship as well. It's ruled by Libra. Libra is all about coming together. So very interesting energy here. Energy. It's almost like a verdict is coming for you that's going to free you. You are in a process of change out of your own doing, at a subconscious level, at a soul level. There's a part of you that is like, there's a part of you that knows that you need to turn things upside down, because if you remain in this like sedentary life and this routine life, that it's not where you are being led at a soul level. Wow. Never know where these cards will take you. The Justice feels in the future is like things are coming your way as far as like relationship, as like financial independence feels good to me. It just feels everything is going to come into fruition like easily. Like everything's gonna find its place for you. Like you will be, like there's money coming, definitely. There's just a feeling of freedom and independence, but it's almost because you, or a Pisces in your life, but, or like a 9 or 10 of cups, has caused you to change things up in your life, to change your direction, change the way you do things, change the way you see things. There's a feeling here of you, like I said, you knowing deep inside that something needs to change in your life. And it's like with the Capricorns showing up here, you know what needs to be done, and do it, because I trust you, Capricorn, because you know what you need to do. That's what I feel right now. I almost feel like Spirit is here saying they know. Whatever that choice you make will lead you into something very lucrative, very like happy, like blissful, in a very liberating kind of way. Like, you know, this looks like liberty, you know, a Statue of Liberty kind of feeling. This card also, if you're in the middle of something, if you're in the middle of a contract negotiation, or if you're in the middle of a divorce or separation, it feels very positive to me for you. But I almost feel like with the truth, the sword here glowing, it's this sword of truth, is you being finally authentically you, instead of playing the game, instead of following the structures of life, which you have created too, but you're just starting to step into your own. So the advice is live playfully and with a light heart. I love it. Listen to the voice of your inner child. Beautiful energy here. It's like exactly that. It's like you're in a really good place right now. I don't see you in a bad place at all. I see you very settled in your life, but you need to make a change. As uncomfortable it is, so it's time to live life, have fun, enjoy. Like I said with Leo, it's time to imagine your life as you would wish it to be, because that's the only way things come into fruition, is through imagination. So it's time to truly step into your own, and not even step into your own, is to actually go against your usual. And you know, because it's deep inside your inner voice. Your inner voice has been speaking to you for a long time, Capricorn. So it's very general reading, but again, it's a general reading, so it's what it is. Wow, I love it. Go for it is the new moon advice. Go for it. Do it. It's time that you take these measures, take these steps, and do what is best for you in your heart, and you know it, what it is. So, wow. Check your rising and your moon for other messages, or also book a session with me. We can do personal reading together. Leave a comment below, and I'll enter you in the 2023 annual reading. And also, if you're Montreal, I'm doing a pop-up on December 3rd and 4th in the Mile X. And I'm going to be doing selling spiritual gift items. There's going to be some sales, and also I might do some quickie tarot readings. All right, I love you, and I will see you next week, my beautiful Capricorn. Follow your heart. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. We have flexible. Like I said in Instagram and Facebook, I talk a little bit about you guys, Aquarius, the fact that you are as rebellious and as innovative thinkers that you are still a fixed sign, and the fixed signs are more like grounded, and in Italian you say testa dura, stubborn, right? Like it's like, I am right. You know who you are, Aquarius. So this is coming up. It's like, be more flexible, be more willing to hear other people's what other people have to say. Listen to your heart. Listen to be more open to change. Be more open to what spirit and God or the universe is handing to you, instead of going, no, this is where I'm supposed to be, no, kind of thing. This is a feeling, this is a creational egg. It's like, open your imagination, like start to think more, be more free about the way you're thinking. I feel like some of you are maybe being a bit stuck. You're sticking to your guns on certain situations that Spirit is like, yo, no, Aquarius, what's going on, right? So this is the message here. Let's see what's happening here. In your past, we have the Five of Swords. Revenge. That's what it is. Every time I see this, it's like vengefulness. It's like holding back, gossiping, talking about someone. It's about people talking about you. I don't know. But the Five of Swords is you releasing yourself from all of this. There could be some little chit-chatter around you, though. Let's see what's going on. Could be you chit-chattering. Oh, look who is in the present tense. Star is you. Aquarius, you're here. Beautiful. Challenge. Let's see. We have an advice here. And the new moon. So, you're showing up in the present means it's very significant. So you are working at a high vibration. You're working, you're doing, you're making progress perhaps in what you're doing, or perhaps you are, but when I see the Five of Swords, the Five of Swords is actually Aquarius, which is interesting. Vengeful. Interesting. What is going on here? There's like a part of you that is I almost feel like this is like a little part of you is upset, like feels a bit constrained, feels a bit boxed in. And this is like, oh, I need to free myself kind of thing. Or perhaps someone around you is not being truthful to you, or you're not. And here you're trying to find your center. You're trying to find your, go back to remembering who you are, right? I can't say. I'm going to say exactly. Oh, interesting. The challenge is the Two of Wands, which is you making a decision about what. The Knight of Pentacles is your root. So money, finances, stability, security, self-care. This is Virgo energy. The Star card also is a healing card. Could be that. So there could be some self-care here, that you're needing to take care of yourself. Maybe you've gone through a rough patch with this Five of Swords, of an emotional, like a mental breakdown, a little bit of a mental, maybe you've come to realize that there's people in your life that are not right for you, or maybe you are realizing things that are like uncomfortable for you. The Five of Swords, like she's trying to rise above this discomfort, and this could be these realizations that are happening around you, and that's why you're being asked to be more flexible about it, instead of like just pushing and shoving away people or situations in your life. You're asking to step into your star power. I feel like some of you have had a little bit of a financial setback perhaps, or you are not earning as much money as you would wish to be earning, are not fast enough kind of thing. Like you're like, you want things to happen tomorrow, right? And it's just not happening for you. Maybe some of you have started a project or started a new job, and it's just not working out as you wish it to be. Or there's something like that, because you're in the process of making a decision. Do I leave this place? Do I go somewhere else? Do I stay in this relationship? To stay out of, like, there's this looming decision over your head. It could be travel. Should I go travel? Even though I don't have a lot of money. Like, money's not like at the top, like it's not flowing in, but I really want to go. Like, I really want to go to Mexico in January or February or December, whatever. And it's like, these are just instances, but there's that feeling here. Like there's something you want to do, something you want to go, where to go, but there's a little bit of like money is not flowing in as quickly as you had imagined, as you wished it to be. So what's coming up is the Six of Swords, which is like your answer to this question here, is go. Right? The Six of Swords is get on that boat and go regardless of this. Leave that job, leave that thing. If you can find something else, leave whatever it is that's making you uncomfortable. I don't like this, the Five of Swords energy. The Five of Swords feels like, doesn't feel comfortable. It feels like there's people around you that are not motivating. They're not bringing you up to where you need to be. They're not encouraging or supportive of you. I feel like it could be you that's like maybe holding yourself back because you keep thinking about you're too rigid. You're like, no, this I've never done this. This is what it is, and no, this, like, I'm not going to change job. I'm not going to do this kind of thing. And it's like, just go. Six of Swords. You know what the Six of Swords is? It's Aquarius. So go. Like, you're showing up. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Capricorn had this same energy. So we're looking at you taking a risk and leaving this behind you. Whatever that is for you. That could have been someone that cheated on you, lied to you. That could have been someone that said more like fibbed about something, and then you get to the job and you're like, no, that's not exactly what I wanted, right? Or something like that. There's this feeling of dishonesty is what I feel. And the Six of Swords is like, it's time to go. And to do it quickly. It's the Knight of Swords, Gemini. Knight of Swords is a fast energy. It's like, move. What are you doing? Waiting for? Let's just go. Be impulsive. Be like, take that risk. It's time to go. It's time for change. There's time for change for you, my beautiful Aquarius. You're holding on to this stability in an uncomfortable way almost. You're like, well, should I? Like, you're thinking too much in the 3D kind of way. You're not thinking of it as like, well, if my soul says yes, then I should go, right? If I ask myself, should I go to Mexico? I'm just saying that, whatever. And it's a yes. So then you go and you figure it out there. You figure it out. Maybe you have to get a job there in the process. Whatever it is, there's always a way to figure something out. Here, it doesn't mean that you're going to Mexico, by the way. I'm just saying. But if you feel like you're being pushed to go to start a new project, start a new job, whatever it is, then it's like the Messenger of Swords is like it's time to make a move. It's like, stop thinking about it. Like, both of these are all swords energy. Messenger of Swords is Gemini. Yes, because I don't recognize it. You're showing up. Oh no, you're not Gemini. What is going on with me? Aquarius is Gemini, but it's a Knight, so it could be you as well. It's all you guys. It's a swords energy. Just for like rise above, get on that boat and go and move. Like, it's just here. I feel like some of you have chosen to be sedentary and follow a routine kind of thing, and it's not working because that's not who you are. And that's why it's like a little bit who you are. You like to do things the way you do things because you know that, because that's the fixed sign of part of you, but you're also an innovator and you're a creator and you are a rebel. So let's get into that revolutionary Aquarius that you are. And let's get flexible and move to the next thing. That's what I feel. The advice is you are experiencing a spiritual blossoming. Beautiful. Take a new direction and be open to new experiences. There we go. Let's get flexible. Let's do something new. You're not new to this. You're not new to being something new, but it's like move into something new. There's a spiritual blossoming to me is the knowing. You're moving into an inner knowing. Start listening to your heart. Stop worrying so much about your finances. Stop worrying so much about how am I going to do this? How am I going to... Stop that. Stop that word and leave that to the other signs. You're Aquarius. You always come up with a new idea. Knight of Swords. Just do. And quickly. I almost feel like you're getting this message. If you're feeling what I'm seeing, then make a move. Wow. And your new moon in Sagittarius advice is trust the universe. Trust the universe. Trust yourself. That's the same thing because you are the universe. So I love this. I love this. I love this. So what are you going to do? Right, Aquarius. It's time. It's time to go back to who you are. Go back to trusting and go back into the knowing. I feel like you maybe this summer you've lost a little bit of hope. You're discouraged about something, but there's something waiting for you. So I hope this message resonated with you. If not, check your rising and your moon. Also, if you leave a comment below, I'll enter you in the 2023 annual giveaway. And if you're in Montreal, I'm doing a December 3rd and 4th pop-up in the Mile X. I'm selling spiritual gifts and maybe Quickie Tarot. I'll see you there. I love you. All the information is below. Have a good week. Bye, Aquarius. Hello, my beautiful Pisces. So we got To Be Fair. So To Be Fair is 3811, which makes sense because 11 is a Justice card in the tarot, and this is exactly that kind of energy. Justice card is about balance, finding balance with relationships, finding balance in your work, finding balance in whatever areas of your life, but also it's about karma. So I'm bringing up karma because of what I've seen in these cards. I don't remember exactly all the cards. I do remember one. So let's see what is going on with you. And to be fair, it's feels to me like some of you are not being fair in a certain situation in your life or with yourself. In the past energy, we have the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak, grief, pain, sorrow, depression, sadness. In the present energy, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is planting a seed, having patience, watching something grow. So we have all the cards. We have advice card and a new moon card as well. So here we have this. I've just explained it to you what this is. The Three of Swords is this feeling of a downtrodden feeling, like you have a disappointment perhaps in something that's happened in your life. Maybe you've gone down a road that feels very heavy energetically. You are it just feels a lot of sadness to me. It feels like you've made decisions perhaps in your life that are not aligned really with who you are, yet you're doing this for other reasons. I just feel like a little bit of sadness. So it could be grief. You could have lost somebody. You could have maybe there's a breakup in a relationship, a breakup in friends or a family. There's just a feeling of loss here. The Seven of Earth is like you, Seven of Pentacles is you, you see she's looking to this little fairy or angel for help, and it's like, just be patient, that whatever this is that has happened, perhaps there is something greater coming for you, or maybe that's where you needed to be, right? Like I always say, we all are going through this journey in a very it's not comfortable for all of us, and we have to go through this depression and this sorrow and pain to awaken to something greater. So let's see what's going on. I want to see your challenge. Your challenge is the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords, so the Three of Swords is Libra, the Seven of Pentacles is Taurus, and the Five of Swords is Aquarius. The Five of Swords energy, Aquarius just got this, and it's this energy of disheartening, gossip, lying, dishonesty, cheating. It's the same kind of energy of the Seven of Swords, but it's almost like some of you don't even realize where it's coming from, kind of thing. It could be, and it's your challenge. So it's almost like you may be doing this to yourself. You're lying to yourself that you think that, I don't know, let's look at the roots. I need to look. Oh, yeah, this is the one. Okay, the devil. Right? The devil is at your root. So the devil, to be at the root of your situation, is that this is greed, materialism, obsessiveness of something, addiction, gambling, shopping, drugs, whatever it is. It's lust. It's like all of this, the seven deadly sins, I guess, and everything else is just control, manipulation, ego, at the root of why you're feeling this way. So when I looked at this reading, I said, wow, man, this is heavy shit, right? So it's like, I almost feel like Pisces, some of you perhaps have gone down a road of you drinking too much, or you don't think that you are, but you are, and you're shopping too much to relieve yourself from this pain, or you're eating too much, kind of thing, and or you're lying, or you're cheating, or you're stealing from people, or you're I mean, there's so many Pisces out there, so doesn't have to be you, but to be fair, justice system, there's a feeling here of you're like going against who you are. Pisces energy is spirituality, intuition, compassion, sensitivity. Okay, there's some dark parts of you that you're like over talkers. Yeah, it's not an over, like, but you're very too sensitive, whatever. But there's also this devil. When it showed up to me, I feel like some of you fish might have gone down a path that is not who you aligned with you, and it's and you know it, and it's gnawing at you. It's like, it's not what I want to do. I don't want to make this person feel like this. I didn't want to make this situation worse. I didn't want to do this. And that's why this Seven of Pentacles showing up. It's like, whatever is done, but why don't you start planting seeds elsewhere and start to rectify the situation for yourself, for the other person, whatever the situation is. There's just a very heavy feeling here with all these energies. The devil is the Capricorn energy. There's this very heavy feeling here of distrust, power, greed, depression, sadness, like going nowhere kind of feeling. And it's interesting because Jupiter is coming out of retrograde on the 23rd and is going into Pisces. for that expansive feeling of compassion and love. So hopefully you'll, because look at what's coming is the Eight of Swords. Oh, this works out exactly what I said, because the Eight of Swords is like you looking in the mirror and you're like feeling tied and you're like, why did I do this to myself? Why have I put myself in this situation? Why am I why have I done this to someone else? Or why am I doing this to myself? Why am I making myself go down this path of sorrow, going down this path of disillusionment, going down this path? Why am I lying to myself? Or why am I lying to someone else? There's two. Whatever it is, you're just not comfortable at all. You're not in a right state of mind. It doesn't feel balanced at all to you. Because the future is the Ten of Fire, which is the Ten of Wands, Sagittarius energy, which is heavy burden on your back. It's almost like you're setting yourself up for disaster here. You're setting yourself up to for a misalignment. Like you're in a, like, I'm not everyone, like I said, it's a general reading, but I almost feel like it's a destructive path that you've set yourself on. And hopefully you come to this reading and you like find a way out of this, because to me it's I almost think you brought this on yourself unknowingly and unintentionally, or some of you intentionally, and now you're reaping the outcome. Like this is like, it's not going to be a pretty outcome for you. Like the Ten of Wands is like no, it's heavy, but you can burn your bridges, right? There is that opportunity for you to burn your bridges. The Ten of Wands is like ending that journey and starting something new. So I'm not saying that it's not going to be pretty, but the journey itself here, it feels like you are in it, and it's you're becoming aware of it, and that's what's going to hurt. Is when you step into the awareness of what have I done here to them, and what have I done to myself. Oh my God. And it's like almost that stepping into awareness where you start to release. You start to burn the bridges. You start, okay, I don't need to be feeling like this. I don't need to be doing this. I don't need to be this. Next. So there's a lot of work coming up for you, Pisces, is what I'm saying. And a lot of this has been brought on by yourself, or it could be brought on by others. Could be another devil in your life kind of thing. Could be someone else that is like, could be a family member. It could be someone else that is like bringing this on, but ultimately you're carrying it, right? You're carrying this burden of someone else, and it's time to let it go. So the advice is, it's time for change. Do not wait or put off decisions any longer. It's time for change. It's time to get out of this, because this is not who you are ultimately. I mean, nobody is this way ultimately. But as a Pisces who's so sensitive, I feel like you may have reacted or materialized this because it from a hurt heart, from a like a painful situation in your life that has like created this in your life for some reason. And it's time to forgive yourself for it and forgive the other person for it. That's the only way you need to get back to balance with yourself. And the Ten of Fire is exactly that. It's like ending this journey and moving into something completely new by burning all the bridges, by burning everything, the greed, the this, and say, okay, bye. Burning all the pain, the sadness, whatever away. It's not like it's not just a simple burning of a paper, obviously. There's a lot more involved here, But it's time to make this change. So, oh my God. Your new moon is release control. Release the control. Release this ego. Release the mind. Release the program. And release everything that is holding you in this painful state, in this sorrow, in this sadness, in this despair. It's only mind. Your heart doesn't feel all those things. Your heart is only compassion and love, but not even like, doesn't feel sorrow and pain and grief. This is all formulated in your mind. It's time to snap out of it. It's time to make a change in your life. It takes one little change to make a ripple effect, right? It takes one little change to say, you know what, I acknowledge the fact that I am in full depression or full sadness or full of this or full greed or whatever I am in, and I acknowledge it, and now I look at it and I step into the awareness of it, and I forgive myself, and I go back maybe into my life and to understand why I'm here at this point in my life, because we're all a mirror of ourselves. So go back maybe and see what it is. Maybe at 7 years old I was abused, maybe I was this, maybe I was taken advantage of, maybe I was stolen from, and I brought this back in at this moment in time. So now it's time to forgive that moment and that person and to let it go. All right, that is the message of this week. It's a heavy one, and I don't choose the cards, obviously. I would have chosen differently, but some of you need to listen to this, to hear this. But if this didn't resonate, go check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also, book a session with me. We can go deeper into this if you'd like. I have all the information down below as well. And I will see you next week. Leave a comment below, a nice one, please, if you would like to enter into the annual 2023 giveaway that I'm offering at the end of this month of December. And if you're in Montreal, I'm doing a pop-up on December 3rd and 4th in the Mile X, and I have all the information below. I'll be selling spiritual gifts and maybe some quickie tarot as well. I love you guys, and have a beautiful week. Protect your heart, do the forgiveness. I love you.